A Niners! Woo! Here we are. Season still rolling along. Because you know why I feel grateful? Because they can, anytime they can say, oh, NFL is going to have to shut down. Oh, no. Oh, God, no. So every day that they're still rolling, I'm just delighted. Hey, fam, listen, today's headline, right? The Niners have become pretty active during this first week back in Santa Clara. In fact, looks like Dion Jordan is about to get his third and possibly final chance to prove he isn't a bust, which draws, boy, I tell you what, that causes a whole lot of reason for pause, don't it? Now, in the eyes of the Niners coaching staff, he did enough apparently during an examination to push Ziggy Ansah out of the picture. What? Really? Could the 49ers be also adding depth due to concerns for players opting out of the season? Also, is Dee Ford okay? I just keep waiting. You know how they say that no news is good news? We haven't heard anything about Dee Ford. Elsewhere in 49ers news of interest, the Niners lost defensive back DJ Reed for the season to a torn pec muscle and designated him as a waived injured person, which you know, which ordinarily would mean he would remain with the 49ers, but missed the entire season. Well, the Hawks said, no, Niners. You know how we do. This is that time of year when we start cherry picking anything we can get from y'all to see how much information we can get in there in order to help us along with what we're going to do defensively against you or offensively. The Hawks claim Reed on waivers today, fam. Can you believe that? I didn't even wait. Oh, man. It's rare for players, by the way, to be waived injured designations to be claimed on waivers. This is why I think it's something fishy going on. I don't know how much DJ Reed can help him out with that, though, because teams usually don't want to add a player who isn't healthy enough to help them right now, right? But not the Hawks. The Hawks apparently think highly enough for Reed that they're willing to take the time to see if he can get healthy and contribute, which is not due to happen until around, DJ's got, maybe, I think they estimate he could be back as early as latter part of November, early December. But see, you can think of a whole roster space. They're making a lot of questionable moves in Seattle, and I want to see, is it just us, or are they doing a lot of strange things in Seattle? That deal with Jamal Adams is it just echoes of stupid, and now this, and DJ's not really your first stringer just yet. He's good, okay, but okay, anyway, that's their business, man. But I like DJ, and I want to see him back with us, actually. Okay, fine. But if you weren't aware of it, he was weighing his pros and cons versus playing this season. He is quoted saying, "It was a very long and tough decision with my wife. Discussions were had and have been long and extensive, but she understands the importance of me being out here and being able to provide for the family and good things like that." So we've had more positive talks than negative, unquote. See, Mostert, man, he knows. He reported training camp with the newly signed contract and mixed emotions. Says him and his wife were holding each other, crying before, he said, "Baby, I got to go play ball. I ain't gonna see you for a long time. I can't get near the family with my virus running around out there." So, Heem's gonna go ahead. He's gonna hang out this year. But this is like no other. Heem's career could be huge for him, as you know. The dude will begin the season in the lead back role, and he will carry on without wifey. Devon and little Gunner, his son, who will stay back in Devon's hometown just outside of Cleveland this season due to those safety concerns I was just mentioning. Hopefully missing his family for the rest of the year won't trigger any anxieties that impact his play. You know how that goes, man. You miss your little guy and wifey. But, social media makes sure people can keep cut. He can go home every day and just sit up and just talk to him all after evening until he goes to sleep. Travis Benjamin just said, forget about it, man. Benjamin said, I'm gone, man. I'm out of here. It could be, though. Did Travis read the writing on the long wall? Because here's the thing. I'm not. You can't question the guy. These are like Kyle Shanahan says. There's no wrong thing to do here. You know, you can stay with the team or not. It's both of them make sense. So the 49ers now are almost certainly in the market for another speedy guy. T. Benjamin announced his decision, as I mentioned yesterday, to opt out of the season. Benjamin's exit marks the fourth Niners receiver, though, from the player organized offseason workouts who will not be on the field when the team practices begin. So you got top receiver Deebo Samuel, could be out for the first 6 weeks of the regular season, although Deebo said don't believe these people. He will be back sooner. Richie James is also on the non-football injury list due to a fractured wrist. Chris Finke just got waived for non-football injury. I really wish they would explain that. Really? What the heck happened? Oh, man. Now, could that mean
Paging Taylor Gabriel. Taylor Gabriel, please pick up the white courtesy phone. Kyle Shanahan would like to speak with you, please.
So, wherever Taylor is. Hello? Taylor, Kyle. Because is that the next, you can't come into Kyle Shanahan's system if you're not a rookie and come in from a vet. You can't come in here and learn. It's too late. It's too much to learn. So, T. Gabriel, if you want speed, he's got it in volumes. And he knows Kyle Shanahan's system as good as anybody else out there that used to play for Kyle. It's T. Gabriel. We'll see. What this means, though, is the spotlight is really going to pick up intensity for Trent Taylor, who's probably going to be called upon to do some things, maybe because, Kyle's got people, he uses guys strategically, depending upon what the defense has got and who's on it, and he'll look at it and see which one of his guys would most be effective against him, right? So now, the options are being cut down. So, but let's get back to this DE situation because it makes no sense to me, fam. I'm going to tell you the truth. The Niners are in the market for a veteran DE, although the one they've made be opting to add to the team is kind of a surprise. Per NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, San Francisco expects to sign Dion Jordan to a contract, choosing the former number 3 overall pick. Remember that? Long time ago, and he's been. They picked him over Ziggy, who worked out with the team earlier this week as well. And you know that Ziggy is one of Kasurik's favorite guys from Detroit. What did Dion look like in camp? I wonder. Jordan played 7 games for the Raiders last season, finishing with 2 sacks, 5 pressures, and 2 quarterback hits in 7 games. I can't be mad at that. They had another guy in Oakland who was doing a good job, so if he got some from that dude, he tallied 173 snaps after serving a 10-game suspension. Suspicious probably too. Suspension to open the season for violating the league's PED policy. Jordan was suspended due to usage of Adderall. And as his therapeutic use exemption had expired. He appealed the decision, but it was denied by the league. This was Jordan's second violation of the PED policy, the first being in 2013 after testing positive for a banned stimulant. And there's a lot of debris in the Dion Jordan trail that doesn't seem like a resume Lynch and company would be interested in, does it? That's what I'm talking about. Despite being a 3rd overall pick in 2013, Jordan's career has been a disappointment both on and off the field. Only starting 4 of the 50 games he's played, Jordan is just 10.5 sacks and 20 quarterback hits with the Dolphins, Hawks, and Raiders. Jordan has violated the league's substance abuse policy on multiple occasions, which included a diluted sample in December of 2014 that led to a minimum 1-year banishment from the NFL in 2015. He missed 2 full seasons before returning to the league with Seahawks in 2017, signing with the team just 11 days after the Dolphins said, get up out of here, man. Get out now. Jordan vowed to clean up his life, and he's still continuing his NFL comeback. Knee problems have limited Jordan, but he'll compete for the number 4 spot at defensive end with Contavious Street, Kerry Hyder, and Rodney Blair. Because you already know Eric Armstead, Nick Bosa, and Dee Ford have the top 3 spots in the rotation locked down. So if Jordan can crack the rotation, let's see, that's a big if right there. Otherwise, 49ers, why didn't you go? You may as well sign Ziggy. I don't even like him. But Jordan doesn't make any sense to me. He has the opportunity to make an impact on one of the top pass rushing units in football. But see, as I said, my question is, did all the other teams get rid of Jordan as fast as they did because of his bad judgments regarding the usage of illegal substances, or what? What was the reason for that? And why are the Niners leaning toward Jordan over Ansah or DeMontre Moore? It's just strange. It's a mystery to me. So I thought I'd ask you about that. Really? I'm worried about Ronnie Blair. Somebody said it takes about a year to get over that. He's not coming back this year. Dang it, I wanted him back for this year. Nico Navarro, what's up, fam? He said, my man, Niners for life. We're going back to the bowl and winning it this time. Hey, fam, honestly, if the 49ers do get the Super Bowl, which is they probably will, you can bet they're going to beat somebody up this time. I was reading a report about how the linebackers talk about how they were going to be smoother, faster, more efficient this year. I said, if y'all get any smoother and faster, more efficient, it will be something to behold. Matty S. from Bend, Oregon, of course. Matty, what's up? Anthony Baker says, hey, what's good? Much love from Memphis. Anthony. And Peter Gorman says, Shanahan and Lynch keep finding good players cheap. Yeah, you know what? That's it, right? Because they probably told Dion, man, we ain't got, you got to show somebody something before we pay you any money. And Fred Hampton Gun Club, I really don't like the signing of Dion. He's trash. Why they didn't go and get Everson Griffin or at least he gets to the quarterback with some consistency. He's trash, 2.5 sacks from a whole season and only 10.5 sacks for a career. And he's been around since 20 what? Oh, my God. And they want him for depth, like mentioned here. He's cheap. Josh Watt, what's up, fam? Russo, SF, 49. Jordan is Bosa's backup. Ford and Blair may play more right. You know what, Edge? But the thing is Ronnie B going to be ready? I guess in that case, we could put Jordan over there, I guess, right? Either side didn't matter. But, yeah, this is one I couldn't understand. But is it a good deal or not? I mean, should the 49ers just – there's no options because we don't – Contavious Street, him and his knee, it just won't heal up. So, this is a very interesting situation. Because that rotation's got to be – it's got to be definitely plentiful. Because last year, remember in the beginning of the season when we wouldn't allow nothing? That was because that rotation was rich. It was kicking butt. That was good. And then the rotation started falling off. Players start getting injured, and they get slowed down. Efficiency was a little less. So, Ant-Man feelings. What's up, fam? Thanks for that contribution. Where are all the Seahawks fans who were saying we always sign their players? Also, Jimmy G is looking confident more than ever. Look out. I'm telling you, man, people going to get off of Jimmy G this year. And that's why I'm kind of glad that people was dogging him all season, dogging him. And he feels bad about that pass to the Super Bowl just like anybody else. Boy, that dude, can you imagine what goes on in the mind of a guy with his talent? And I swear to God, he's got talent. I know he does. I can feel it. I can see it. That boy's got skills. He just had now that he knows what Shanahan's cooking, oh, yeah. Look out, baby. Look out. Phil. Chill. Bill. Phil. Come on in, Phil.
Ronbo.
Phil, I'm just ruminating over this Dion Jordan signing. I said, why? John, this isn't your kind of a guy.
It's Blair. It's not Ford. It's Blair. They don't know if he's going to come back or not.
See?
That's.
I knew it. Because you're not saying anything. And I'm worried about Dee Ford as well.
No, it's not Ford. It's not Ford. Trust me. It's all about Ronald Blair.
Yeah.
Knee injury. So they get an insurance policy. This is what the Niners do.
And he's going to be real cheap. He's probably cheaper than Ansah, too.
Yeah. Well, probably for the minimum.
Yeah. Give him some incentives.
So, yeah, it's all about insurance.
Yeah. Well, maybe Phil he might fool
Relax.
us. He may fool us.
The
He may get
Niners
some work
are doing
done.
the right thing. They're doing the right thing. They're covering their edges. No?
Yeah.
I love this team because they do what they need to do. And so, relax.
I'm feeling, Phil, since you called, you know how it goes, man. I feel relaxed already. How about, are they going to pick up another receiver? Because we got an army in camp, right? And you're hearing things like they still may want to get a speedy guy. Richie's out. Benjamin just left.
Benjamin took the call just because he wanted to guarantee $150,000. All right?
Is that right?
Cut. All right? This is going to make the team. I mean, look, I already did my 53. But I had Bourne, Ayuk, Samuel, Taylor, Hurd, Pettis as the wide receivers.
Hey, is that 5 or 6? It is 6.
That's
Pettis.
6.
Yeah, okay.
I have 4 tight ends. Because I think we're going to go more to a 2 tight end split. And
Yeah.
so, I think Pettis can return punts. Taylor can return punts. Ayuk will be the best kickoff returner that we ever had.
Yeah. I like that. I like that idea, Phil.
No, I mean, he's going to be a great kickoff returner. Much more better than what we had. So, I just think that, we're going to have some changes. We've got to think them through, but they're taking but Blair is not going to be ready.
Yeah, look next season. Man. They may put him on the IR anytime, too, huh?
Well, I'm not saying they won't be. I'm just saying the Niners are going to take a calculated risk that they've got an insurance policy if he doesn't.
Yeah. You don't want to use a roster spot for Ronnie, though, if he's not able to contribute.
Well, if he's not able to contribute, they're going to have the other guy step in.
Yeah.
If he is, he's gone. No questions.
Yeah.
So this is all about insurance.
And it makes sense, because I just wish there was. I just wish Blair was coming in.
Dee
That's
Ford
the
is
thing.
okay.
Yeah. I hope so.
Dee Ford. He's going to be better than he was last year.
Well, he said so himself. So yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What do we find? Because coming off the edge is very important, Phil. You know that this team is.
Well, we got Nicky. But we got Armstead.
Oh well, yeah.
We got Dee Ford. This best coming off the edge. We just need backup.
There you
What
go.
we're doing.
All right. So we're ready to roll. So you're gonna put Dee Ford on both sides.
More times than we ever did.
Yeah, because that means Dion's going to be able to come off of both edges, I guess, in case something happens to or rotation wise anyway, for both D and because Ronnie was the guy before, and we still got the other guy though, the guy they got from Detroit, so he could help out too, I guess. So I guess I will be okay. I just want that rotation so they don't get tired.
Really fine. Really fine.
All right. I feel that's why I always appreciate when you get in here, Phil. I feel better already. All right?
All right. Ronbo, I love you, man.
I love you back. All right, fam. I'll see you. I'll see you Friday. All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Phil. Yeah. Yeah, that's insurance. I just don't want to go to the Harbaugh days when Harbaugh would bring guys in. He's not an all-star or anything like that, but he is serviceable. And what we need for him to do is probably a minimum round of work. If we can get that out of him, we could get through this season and probably have a pretty good ending. Hey, you know something, Trent? Next time you bring in something that the cat may have dragged in, why don't we just let you go? Hey, Slavin Robert 19, what's up, fam? How you doing, Ronbo? I haven't been here for a while. Slavin, that's right, that name. I remember the name always make me laugh. Slavin, thanks for the contribution. Good to see you again, fam. And this just in.
going on, man? What's going on? What's going on?
Justin, man, I'm just looking at this thing, what they're doing now, because every time the 49ers do something now, you're like, "Ooh, why'd they do that?" You said, I think too far into it. It's like Phil just said, relax, man. Dee Ford's fine. Ronnie Blair's probably not going to be able to answer the call this year, not right now. So you go out and you get a guy like Dion Jordan. Are you okay with
Yeah.
that? Is that a good idea?
Dion Jordan coming out of Oregon, the biggest one. He was a third-round pick. Yes, he was by Miami. That was a huge gamble at that point because he wasn't big, and everybody knew that. And the Miami Dolphins gambled anyways. Now, Miami Dolphins for everybody back before like this. I don't know. I'm not. I'm just to tell it. No, he wasn't there. He already retired. But the only the Dolphins defense has been horrid for so many years. So him going to Miami, trying to become the Jason Taylor of the new Jason Taylor of that team, that wasn't going to happen. You know, that defense was horrible. That offense was horrible. That whole entire team was just awful. It was just bad. So he got a lot of pressure put on him quickly. He wasn't really muscular. He was that was the biggest thing on him coming out of Oregon. And he just wasn't right in the right scheme for defense. So he's played with Seattle. He's played with the Raiders. Raiders, I know he did 3 sacks. I know that for sure.
He did that in
Seattle,
7 games, too. I was kind of impressed with that. You know, for a guy, I don't know what kind of role he played. Probably back it up again in there as well.
And then in 2017, he played against the Chiefs, where he destroyed Eric Fisher, the Pro Bowl right tackle for the Chiefs, and got 2 sacks on Patrick Mahomes. I think it was 1 or 2, one of those 2. But I don't know if he was giving him a heck all night.
Huh.
He can't play. That was in 2017, but I'm not. But he's got 3 sacks, so he has the ability to play. He just has to fight the right scheme. And maybe Robert Saleh. You see what Robert Saleh does for players. He could make a bad player to be a good player.
I tell you what, though,
Moore, he wasn't really great. He wasn't really great, but as soon as he came to 49ers, that boy dominated. That boy, he came in and he earned a spot until he was injured. But
Matt made with the sin. By the way, I just want to let you know, this guy's a first-round pick. He was number 3. That's why he could potentially.
Yeah, that's why I said first round, but third pick.
Yeah, third overall pick. Does Solomon Thomas ring a bell here? Oh, God, Solomon T. We got 2 of y'all on the no. One of you guys better produce. So yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, and the thing is too. Speaking of the Seahawks, they have a huge thing. You know what I don't want to get off, but the Rams came out. The general manager listened. He said, "We're gonna have to be injured somewhere else in order to pay Jalen Ramsey." Now think about
the Rams.
Look what the Seahawks just did. Look what the Seahawks just did. They just gave up all those draft picks, and they have to pay Russell Wilson eventually. They had to do that contract again. Then they got the Seahawks. They screwed up, man. That's a lot of draft picks. For everybody wanting Jamal Adams, I'm pretty sure if we did that same thing that with the Seahawks did, y'all would have been mad. Y'all would have been serious.
I was arguing with a fool Seahawks fan yesterday. Says, "Well, you know what? It's not like we were going to draft a guy like Jamal Adams." What? So you give up 2 first-round picks? Well, how about 1 first-round draft pick? And then I could substantiate that argument. Otherwise, that is stupid. But go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. It's not one player that makes a team; it's the whole entire team. And I'm confident in Kowalski, DJ Reed. I love that guy, man. He was a phenomenal backup to Quan Williams. But I think even though I've been saying we should sign Taylor Gabriel, I think you should pass on Gabriel and sign another corner because with Trevor Benjamin opting out, which Richie James, if I'm you. I'm doing backflips because you just got a new lease on life because
Richie's
with him
got
opting out
situation going on,
So,
but you know what's so funny? Because this is gonna be one of the first times Kyle didn't have a real speed merchant in his lineup. I'm a little concerned with that because when Marquise Goodwin left us, all of a sudden our offense did seem to drag a little. I don't know. Man, we'll see.
Yeah. But can Brennan Ayuk be that player though? Because I don't even know how.
Ronbo, man,
what was Brennan Ayuk's fork?
We just Jackson, okay, you're right. You're right. I forget about him. He's a rookie. But we asked. He's still got speed.
What was his 40 time? What was his 40 time?
Oh, he's a 4.3. He's a 4.3 guy. He ran 4.5 in the combine, but that's because he had a core injury. He was out there running the 4.5 with a core injury. What? Get that. He's healed up now, though. 49 said, get your butt to the hospital. Let's get that fixed. Let's work. He's ready to go now.
Are you running now? Can I ask a question? Obviously we've had two tight ends before. We have had Vernon Davis, and you had that one that went to Tennessee. I forgot his name.
Walker.
There you go. Would you run? I keep seeing on Twitter, D49 Twitter, you keep saying that 12 personnel. Is that something we're going to be running, the 12 personnel? Because how can we have 4 tight ends?
2-2. You know what? Here's the thing. Yeah, that if indeed Jordan, you could with George and Jordan, you could run that 2 tight end set all day. But Jordan is susceptible to suddenly not being available. I think they're still going to use him sparingly.
I didn't get a chance to, because it was a Monday and I was at work. I was closing. But when I found out we signed Jordan Reed, I immediately buried my head in the sand because I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, dang it. I was like,
but we got so many guys.
I'm telling you, man, we cannot let Charlie Warner go. We cannot let Charlie Warner go. No. It's going to be another Kenneth Smith.
Warner's not going anywhere. Kyle likes him. And anybody that blocks well is not probably got upper hand on Jordan. I just want to know if it's possible to put Jalen Hurd in some of these situations where you need 2 tight ends. Let Hurd play the role, even if you're not going to call him that. But for that particular, you want to run that play. If he's not ready, try Jalen. Let's see what that looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm concerned about Reed's health because he's had numerous concussions. He's had like at least 3 or 4 or something like that. I know that for sure. So I'm a little bit concerned about his health a little bit. He hasn't played a full 16-game season in his career, I don't think. So I'm concerned.
Actually.
I'm concerned. I think he's a hell of a player, but the health is really important.
But with Kyle, how Kyle puts people in open spaces. He may be. He was the number one option in Washington probably for a long time, right? Every time he went out there, so they probably used him in situations where, and a long time ago there was no flag, this contact with a defenseless receiver. What? And every time they make that call, I get pissed. But if they're gonna save Jordan Reed, I'm all for that call. So I can see.
Okay. Well, I let's just another weekend. Let's just hope let's just hope for the best. I don't even know if Ronbo is going to come back this season because his injury. It takes a year. It takes a year,
especially
when
he
hasn't
plays.
been a year.
Justin, Justin, good to hear from you tonight. And you sound like you're getting over the situations you've been going through. So good. We'll see you
he's
Friday.
Doing really well. He's doing really well. That's all. Right. Keep talking to him. He's doing really well. I'm happy, and I'll thank you guys for all the prayers. He's doing really well. But
awesome.
Most importantly, hug your loved ones, man. Hug your loved ones.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen
and
next.
Rest in.
All right.
Yep. All right,
Justin. See you Friday.
I'm gonna keep listening. Yeah, I'm gonna keep listening. I can't donate because I got my thing stolen. My financial thing stolen over the weekend. So,
dang,
but I support. I'm supporting them from afar.
Justin. No need to make it. Yep, it's fine. I hope you get your stuff back. We'll see you Friday. Okay. All right.
All right.
Night, Jordan. Justin. Oh man. And it's a big show. It's a big show. Big show. Thanks, Phil. I really hope Kyle gets on the phone and calls Taylor Gabriel. He's familiar with the system, a vet, and would have an impact day one, as Sanders did. And I bet you. But you know what? So, all these little signings, and you're wondering, guys, have we talked to George lately? Hello? I figure they know what they're doing because you can trust the 49ers. They're not L.A. They're not Seattle. We're San Francisco. Our people know what they're doing. in the front office and on the field and throughout, down to the fan level. We all know what we're doing. See, so I'm hoping that this is all something that's been thought about. So you know, you guys want to know what's in my cup? It's the elixir of the gods. Dion.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
D, man, I'm looking at things. You know, one thing, D, we can always assume. Don't ever over question what the 49ers do. Now, when Kyle Shanahan, being the intelligent individual he is so smart that he outsmarts himself on occasion when he's calling plays. But the front office, normally, I would say that they're about 70-30, maybe 80-20. When they make a move, it's probably the best move of anything to make. But what do you think about this Dion thing? Oh, Dion, I'm sorry. Wait a minute, his name is Dion. Dion Jordan about Dion on Dion. Dion, what do you think?
To be honest with you, I think it was a wasted signing.
Yeah, I do too. I'm
Yeah.
trying to wrap myself around it, but I agree.
For me, my thing is you were a third-round pick.
No,
you were
number three in the first round.
In the first round, you've been a bust. You've done nothing. Like, I don't see anything. So, it's kind of
mistakes,
like, okay,
PEDs. Yeah.
The one thing that I was saying was I don't want this to put a sour taste in George's mouth to say, you know, look at them giving all this other money out. And even though we're giving out chump change to these people, it's next to nothing. Still, everybody keeps getting, you know, we keep bringing in random people. Like, why the fuck are we bringing in random people? That doesn't make sense. Why don't we sign George? For me, I'm like, man, it was okay, but I don't see him doing much of anything. He ain't done much of anything per his whole career.
All of a sudden he's going to snap out of it? Kind of worrisome, isn't it?
Yeah, like randomly he's going to snap out of it after being in Miami and then being with the Raiders and then being with us. Like,
Don't forget the
I don't
Hawks.
see anything.
And he played over there for a minute, and everybody cut him loose.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, for me, lackluster signing, wasn't really impressed. They would have did better with signing Ziggy Ansah because Ansah played under Kasurik and he had his better years under Kasurik. So it would have made sense. But,
Even DeMontre Moore, D. What was wrong with DeMontre Moore?
Yeah, Moore knows the system, and we already knew what we were getting out of him. But, hey, I mean, it is what it is. It's like, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
But you know what? Somehow he could get, because Ronnie Blair's not coming back this. Now he's not like, if he does, he's not going to be Ronnie Blair. Yeah. So I understand the move. Like you're saying though, why him? Anyway, about that speed receiver too, Dion. Touch upon that too. What do you do now with Travis B saying I'm out of here? I don't even know if he's going to make the team. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Wait, you talking about Travis Benjamin? Yeah, I mean, Benjamin wasn't a long shot to make the team anyway. Everybody else says, like, to me, what kills me is this gives Dante more of a chance. Like, this dude has, like, the best luck in the goddamn world because all these people are not coming up and showing up. You have Richie who got hurt. You got, what's his name? You got Travis who opted out. Like, you have all these options that come up for him. Like, this dude has enough luck in the world.
D, so what you're saying is the table is set for Mrs. Pettis' baby boy.
Yeah, if he doesn't have any motivation at all, he could just basically be like, well, I don't have to work as hard. There's less people for me to compete with.
Uh-oh. See, I hadn't looked at it that way. I was hoping he'd say, this is my chance. And they can't stop me now. I hope I'm right, D. He cannot be that lazy. No, he's just in the NFL.
No, he's lazy. Oh. He's pretty lazy.
Well, we got a problem.
Yeah, we got to figure that out, man. Like, he's got to get that drive, that will, that want, and he's got to be ready for it. And if he's not ready for it, he'll still wind up getting cut because he sucks that bad, and he doesn't have enough in him.
You know, IU could push him, and of course Kendrick is definitely gonna push him. Kendrick's busting ass this year. I ain't gonna worry about this, D. You just put the fear of God in me. I'm not gonna worry about it though. We still got a couple more receivers. I got Jalen Hurd. You know, Trent Taylor's still around. Dante can still have a seat. Put his name on the back of the chair like he's a Hollywood producer. He is not gonna be out there assing around when we need top performances. Man. D?
Yeah. Oh, I'm here. No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, brother. It's just, but we'll see what happens with Dante. We'll see. All the other receivers already know they're going to make the squad. They're going to do what they need to do. And I'm guaranteeing you we are going to have a fabulous season. We will be the Super Bowl champs at the end of the year. There will be nothing. There'll be nothing that'll stop us but ourselves.
As
So we
usual.
just got to keep going.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee we'll do everything that we need to do in every which way. And this ain't gonna stop us. I mean, signing Dion Jordan, all right, I guess. But anything else, yeah.
But D, you can't play for the 49ers unless you're playing inspired football. The guys around you are going to make you feel like a piece of poo-poo if you're out there dragging butt and half-stepping anyway. So I got a feeling morale around that locker room is going to make people play like they did last year. The 49ers played inspired football all year long, and that had a lot to do with the camaraderie and the morale in the locker room. So I figure that's going to carry on to this year because they know what they're capable of doing now, which makes them even more dangerous than last year. So Dante can come out there dragging, boy, you just cut his. Ooh, I cut him. Don't let me be on the staff.
And I have to say, I am very impressed by Raheem the Dream. That man said, "I want all the stuff. I'm running back number one. If y'all ready for y'all want this championship, y'all need to put this ball in my hands and let me take the reins." I love it. I love every second of it. He was great with that, man. He really did his thing. He said, "I'm not playing around. I'm going to be one. If y'all really want the smoke, y'all come and get it from me. I'll take the reins."
He knows. And D, think about that minute. Could you do that? You ain't going to see wifey, your family for 6. See, he won't till the end of the year.
Yeah, man. But for me, it's like it's a business decision. And what he did was he was smart. He talked with his wife and said, "Hey, honey, I love you, but we got to do this." She said, "Okay, do it, and come back home to us and make sure you stay safe." And that's it.
And bring that Super Bowl ring back with you.
Oh,
celebration!
When you bring that ring back, you bring back money. You bring back big money, dude. He'll be getting a lot more than 2.5. I tell you that much.
And don't let him be the dude he was last year. He's got the night talk show circuit to go, endless radio interviews, endorsements. People want him to do this and do that. Pretty soon, it's his whole life.
They wanted to endorse him for surfing and whatnot. They've been wanting to do it, but the contract said he can't do any extreme sport. Yeah, Billabong, all that, man. Hurley. All those guys wanted to endorse him for surfing. You know what it is to have a black surfer? Like, you understand how hard that's
number one. Dee, we're out of time. I'll see you Friday. That is a good point. A black surfer and a Super Bowl winning black surfer.
A Super Bowl winning black surfer? That's easy money. Easy money, baby. Easy money, easy money.
Dye his hair blonde.
Give him a blonde tip. Put a little BJ on him.
Yeah, I gotta go. We gotta go. I'll see you Friday, okay?
All right, bro.
Appreciate you,
All right,
fam.
brother. Thank you for the platform. Thank you for what you do. Have a wonderful evening. Hit that like and subscribe button, people. Ronbo Sports, baby.
Thanks, D. Fam, you click Dion Johnson when you see him in the chat working on them haters, and then rival fans would love to roll with us on every time. He's got content, not a content. D, have a good night, fam. I see Daryl Hicks. Daryl says, hey, Daryl, thanks for that contribution, fam. He says, might as well sign Montel Jordan. Oh, see, I see what you did there. At least he knows how to do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. It's Friday night. You know what, Daryl, you should have made till Friday, man. Dion Jordan's a bust. And now add him with the other bust. Solly wasted money. SMH. Lord, please don't do this to us. I can't have two people sitting on the bench. First round picks and can't play worth a damn. You know what? I can't say that about Solly Thomas. He did some good things last year. In fact, he just needs to make a few adjustments. They could come into fruition this year. He's worked hard for the entire time he's been with us. This could be the year for Solly Thomas. Krusty, I know Krusty believes it. Krusty. God, wishful thinking on my part. I just know it. Krusty.
Hello?
Krusty.
Yes.
Krusty, come on, man, because the reality of having two first-round picks sitting on the bench that pretty much probably should have been fourth or fifth-round picks. It's been brought into every conversation so far is what happened here. Dion hasn't gotten any good grades. Phil says not to worry. It's just for depth. He's not going to do anything more than play a secondary role. I get that. But, Krusty, all of our people, Ronnie Blair is not a secondary role. Ronnie Blair is so good. He's just a breather for the first string to sit down and rest and come back. Otherwise, Ronnie Blair could play the whole game as well. Dion Jordan, I don't know. Solomon Thomas, I know. No. So, what do we got here with Dion Jordan?
Actually, I actually like the pick. I like that we signed him. I think that we needed somebody. I think they brought him in as a speed rusher from the side because when Dee Ford was out last year, you could tell the difference on the D line that
quickly.
Dee Ford was not there. So, Dion's a fast guy. So I feel like he's going to kind of he's going to definitely play a secondary role. He's going to come in and back up Dee Ford and do it edge rushing as a backup kind of thing. But if you look at his career too, look at the teams he's played for. Miami sucked back then. The D line, he's never played with a D line like ours. He's never played with Kosaric hasn't coached him yet. When it comes down to it, he may be he's a first round talent, but he hasn't played for a team that actually, has used his skills
to maximize his talents because I get it.
So, like Solly T, the only reason everybody considers him a bust is because they try to put him out on defensive end instead of let him play his natural position in the center. And he didn't. Maybe if he goes in and plays in the middle more often this season, we're going to see a big difference, and we're like, okay, I understand.
Wouldn't that be great? Oh, God, I hope I can. I'm going to be the first guy to apologize too, Krusty. I'm going to be the first. I can't wait to apologize.
So I actually look at it as a good thing for depth because by the end of last year, our D-line was banged up bad,
Oh, they were tired.
So they were tired. They needed, it's nice to have another fast guy off the edge because in all honesty, he doesn't have to get sacked. He just needs to freaking pull somebody away so one of our other guys can get in there and get him. So if he's pulling the tackle off the side and everybody else is get one person way out of the way, you just need to get him to the quarterback and whatnot. I think it's a good sign. I do. I think D-line depth is always good. And I would have rather had him over Ziggy. Ziggy's always injured. He's always injured.
I mean, it never stops.
He's half the season. He's always sitting on the bench. So I'd rather have
I think he does it on purpose.
Right. I'd rather have someone with potential that could possibly help us out and be healthy all year long. And because Ronald Blair, he's still recovering from an ACL. We don't know what we're going to have right off the bat. So they could have another reason why they're bringing him in too. Because when Ronald Blair was there last year, we didn't really miss a beat either. But once he tore his ACL, there was a big difference. So just to have that depth on the D ends, I just think is a good thing.
You're right about the speed too, Krusty. He runs a 4.6. I didn't know he was.
Yeah.
This dude can jam. And so, okay, we're going to see. And like you're saying, a speed rusher is going to put pressure on that quarterback. He's got no time to think. And Nick's coming on the other side. This is going to be pretty funny, actually. He can rest both guys if that's what his thing is, speed. So good.
I think that's what they're bringing him in. They're bringing him in for an extra speed rusher from the one side because, like I said, when Dee Ford was out, we could tell Dee Ford was not there. So
speed.
Don't give violence.
So
right. Give our D line a break. Don't give the offensive line on the other side a break, though.
It's going to be pure hell for him this year. What if some of these other guys? What if we're not going to probably get Julian Taylor's probably not coming back up the middle inning. He's weak. Julian Taylor's better than I even imagined. Last year I saw that, and then of course we got DJ Jones up the middle. There's speed all over that defensive line. Eric Armstead shocked the world last year. Nick Bosa's. Everybody knew Nick was going to be tough. They didn't know he was going to be that tough. He's going to be tougher this year. Oh my goodness! I love that thought of this. So we're set.
And Kinlaw. Yeah, and Kinlaw. Kinlaw's a monster too, and he's fast too.
And huge. I mean, huge. 35 or 25? 35, I think. 335?
Yes. Yeah, 325, yeah.
And you know that uniform you've seen him posing in, the 49er uniform? You know that's a four-pole X, right? It looked too tight.
No, right. And I was always looking at this guy as like, this guy's 325 pounds. He ain't fat, though. It's 325 pounds of muscle.
Solid, bro.
That's what that guy is. Yeah.
Oh, God.
And he's super fast and everything else, and he's explosive, too. You can see it in his like, training videos and stuff. The dude's fast. And he can hold a double team easily, so.
Oh, yeah. And they're going to have to.
They're going to have a double team that guy every time.
One. Of course, they may not do it from game one, but watch game two. They start to realize, as they start to say to each offensive lineman, you can't handle that, rookie? Coach, I'll tell you what, you want to come out here and see what it's like? Because, that's going to be funny. Baldinger already said one-on-one, nobody's going to contain, in the NFL, nobody's going to contain Javon Kinlaw. I'm glad you brought him up. I forgot about him, Krusty. I don't know what I was thinking. I love it.
Right. And then the Travis Benjamin thing, I don't think he was making the team anyways. That's probably why he opted out.
Could be.
He
come back next year and hopefully there'll be a void in the lineup or something. Yeah.
Maybe, Richie James, I still think, is probably not going to make the team. It's going to be somebody else getting doing the punt returns. Maybe give Pettis that job.
Krusty, this is one of the first days we've ever talked about Dante in a positive light. Now that's the second time. Dion just endorsed Dante.
Right.
I just wish he would come through. Most people have him in their top 6. And as you said, Travis was not going to make this team. Richie James was not going to make this team. There's still no speed merchant other than we got one speedy guy in Ayuk, and he needs some work before we can get him in there on a regular basis, but we'll see.
Right. And I wouldn't put Ayuk as returning punts or returning kickoffs either because of the fact that he needs to be there for the offense, and we don't, Pettis, he sits on the bench most of the time, so that's his special team stuff. Ayuk, we're planning on using him because we don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah. I think that's how Trent Taylor ended up getting hurt. So you need to keep Taylor and Ayuk out of harm's way. Good stuff, Krusty.
Yeah, just give it to Pettis.
Yeah. I'll see you Friday, fam. Good stuff.
Yeah, I'll see you on Friday.
All right. Night, Krusty. Yeah.
Night.
I was worried about putting premier players in returns. Let Dante do the returns. Dante, man, I love you, man. I think you do a good job with that. You were one of the best there ever. You were the best there ever was in the NC2A. Come on, man. A Will, Dollar, Bill, a Will. Come on in, Will.
What up?
Hey, there he is. Will, you need to come back?
Oh, no, I'm good. What's up?
All right. Yeah, we're sitting up here trying to figure out, it's been pretty much made clear now that not Demontre, but Dion Jordan is probably a good idea for what we got going. We know we don't We're probably not going to have Ronnie Blair. And this guy runs a 4.6. I had no idea he was coming off the corner like a hurricane. So, and from the way he looks, the dude looks like a savage, man. Somebody said Justin just said he was a small. That dude looks, I'm looking at a tremendous physique. And coming off that edge at 4.6, if nothing else, that offensive lineman has got to get on his horse just to even keep up with Dion Jordan. So I can see what the 49ers mean by this. As long as he can stay off the PEDs and he's not a bad person. He just doesn't know how to stop taking things, and he's going to get busted on. So he may be a good idea. I'm starting to feel good about it. What are you thinking?
I like it. I don't know why people don't like it. I like it because,
he's been so many teams, Will. That's what I'm trying to. How come everybody throwed him in the garbage? Miami, the Seattle, Oakland.
This is the thing. I mean, look at the teams he played with. He don't have like the previous caller said. He don't
playing with nobody.
He wasn't around all-stars that could help him out. Now he's gonna that does. And you gotta remember, not only did Kasurik coach Kasurik coached Dion Jordan as well in Miami.
I forgot. Kasurik was in Miami. And they
when
probably asked him, which one do you like best? You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, I guess many people don't know that, but Dion Jordan came from Miami too when Kasurik was there.
Yes.
So, I mean,
he was there before he was in Detroit.
Right. Ansah stays hurt, and I also hear that he don't show enough what's the word? Urgency on the field. He slacks off on plays. Ansah does. And when I look at and when you look at Dion Jordan, man, I mean, I seen some highlights of him. The dude have a hell of a bull rush. I mean, he pushed back. He pushed back the left tackle Fisher dude when and sacked Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? Twice. I mean, the dude has talent. He just has to be on a team that can bring it out of him. And Kasurik can, I believe. Look, I'll tell you right now, I believe Kasurik can bring that dog out of him. I really believe he can. Because he had him before.
Well, you know that point you make about his speed. Now, that means a little Russie runs out of the pocket, little Kyler runs out of the pocket. And if Jared Goff wants to see if he can do it like he did to us last year, go on, run, Jared. Run on out there.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Bam! Sound like a car accident out there.
Yeah, this will work out. I really believe this will work out.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it.
Yeah, because Dee Ford, Dee Ford and Bosa, they're gonna need they're gonna need the fresh legs. They're gonna need to get on the sideline, get them a breathe in. Yep. So
and the speed never stops.
It's a rotational defense in a way. So I mean, get a guy that Kasurik had coached previously, and see if he can bring the dog out of him, and that'll be a great piece to have. Yeah. I mean, you also got Kerry Hyder too, and Ronald Blair. We need to see if Blair's gonna play. Now we haven't heard anything about Blair not playing. Now,
that's true.
Now we got to see if he's gonna play.
But that ACL, that's a nasty thing.
I mean, that's right. I mean, but Jimmy G hurt his ACL. He came back last year.
That's a quarterback though.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's ACL's ACL.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Different position calls a different thing. But you're right though. So, well, I hope he does. I got my fingers crossed. I wish he would.
All right, so we just need to put the pause button on that right quick. Cause he may come back. Ronald Blair may come back because I seen the workouts. He look pretty good, so it's a good chance he may come back. But we just have to wait and see. But this is a good pickup. I really do. It's a good pickup because it's a familiarity with it. Because he knows Kasurik and all that whatnot, and this give Ford and Bosa fresh legs, man, and then Dion Jordan got all stars around the way. He ain't got to do too much, really. He ain't got to do too much. We got all these dogs on the D line. He ain't got to do too much.
It'll be one-on-one, especially if he's next to Javon. It'll be one-on-one most of the time. Ain't gonna be no double teaming out there. So you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we a whole different breed, Ronbo. We a whole this 49 D line is a whole different breed from all the other 31 team defensive line. We different. We a different breed. We a unknown species. Now this is something people trying to get like, you know what I'm saying? So
He
I
ain't got no
believe
game.
Dion Jordan is in the best position to ball out, man, because of the players that we have already. I like it. So
Yeah,
I'm
playing.
not feeling Ansah gets hurt too much, and
Yeah,
he
he's.
lack plays.
Honestly,
So I
he
ain't
just
mad
likes
at
getting
him.
paid. But yeah, all
Yeah,
them first
man.
round picks from left to right and 49ers front line, defensive line. You know what? Will, what if next year's draft we picked up another defensive lineman in the first round, even if it was late? I wouldn't even
Oh
be mad at
man.
that. We need a cornerback, though. We need a first round cornerback, really. But
Yeah, we're
otherwise,
gonna because of the secondary. We're gonna need. Yeah, it's about time to address the secondary now because of the contracts and stuff. But I'm pretty sure John and Cal gonna sign the core pieces to the secondary though, so we can have some continuity there. And with the Travis Benjamin, man, hey, it is what it is, man. You can't get on a guy for opting out. It's family first, so
yeah.
but I don't think he wasn't gonna make the team in a way. I believe he would have been a good push for Richard James, but looks like it's gonna be some competition there because Ayuk used to punt return in Arizona State too, and you had Trent Taylor who has a history of punt return and Pettis. Now I don't know about Pettis. I remember one time Pettis was back there to catch a punt and he muffed it.
I know,
So
and Kyle didn't put him out there again. He started to see, you're
yeah.
right. God, Dante?
Yeah, so that's gonna be a competition battle right there. But so that's gonna be the best person wins for that position. But
And
overall,
but you know
man,
what? You know why Dante missed that? Because Dante wasn't missing punts up in Washington. And then
no,
fear. He has a fear. His fear factor is not.
Ronbo, when Dante Pettis got into the NFL, he turned his name into Dante Panties because he was wearing panties when he got to the NFL.
With
So,
lace.
yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Dante, I hope you're not watching this program. If we're just playing. Come on, man. You need to toughen up. Come on,
Yeah,
Dante.
come on, man. Get some of this constructive criticism because you need to turn it to a dog. So but overall, man, I believe, man, we got a squad this year, Roma. Everybody's back from injury, man. We got a squad. I don't think nobody is gonna mess with it. I really don't, man. Raheem the Dream, hey, man. Hey, that's some dog crap right there, man. What you talking about? I'm gonna be that number one. That's what I'm talking about, man. Be confident, man. You got it, bro. We seen you last season, man. You got it. So go ahead and stamp yourself and say you that number one, man, because you got it, bro. Because you showed out in that NFC Championship game and you made Green Bay look like a peewee league, a peewee team. So I'm telling you, man. Hey, I salute you for that, Raheem, man.
There you
Hey,
go.
bro.
Where we gonna
So
go? I tell you what, I fully agree. Let's see you Friday, okay?
all right, man. Shout out to you, Ronbo, man. Appreciate what you do, man. Hey,
Thanks,
shout
man.
out to the my TNT fam, my player partner Dre, Trey Trez, Big Show Russo, all them guys, man. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports fan club, Rico, Jersey Joe, Sheik, Sewell, all them guys, man. Super Bowl 55, Tampa Bay, Florida. It won't be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It'll be the San Francisco 49ers
Yes.
versus still being out. Oh yeah, one more thing, Ronbo. I want to do a throwback. F the Rams, L Rudy. They lost the Super Bowl and they broke.
Good stuff, Will. Have a good night, fam.
All right,
Oh, God. And Renzo, ain't seen him in forever. And Josh won. I was amused. I'm going to try that. It's not Kool-Aid and vodka, but, I didn't actually live in the projects, but I used to hang out with my bros down there all the time as a kid. And Kool-Aid was always on the front in the refrigerator. I mean, the picture there. And I had a friend that he drew the big smile on the face of the picture. Alex. Woo, God. Alex. Alex, man, it's You know, we're always going to examine what the 49ers are doing when they're doing these dealings. And now I came in with like a little doubt about why would you sign Dion Jordan? Is he somebody you want to put on the roster? We haven't signed George, but we probably got Dion for cheap. And from what I understand, I went and checked out his time. I didn't know a lot about him. He does come off that edge like a man possessed. 4.6 is a hell of a fast for a defensive lineman. So I'm feeling better about it. And but what is your observation?
Well, that's something I was looking at too, and I remember him being a guy that's a freak athlete, but you got to remember he's gained like 30 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, he was listed at 248 at the combine, and he's at 284.
Oh, is he that big? I knew he looked big. Uh-oh.
So I'm not going to say that's bad weight per se. You know, I'm not going to go that far because, you know, that's just too early to say anything like that when
that's
he is in the
pounds,
NFL. Still.
Alex, that's 4. He's a 4.8 at best.
And that, you know, the reason why I was kind of looking into that is because his combine numbers scream our backup to Dee Ford is just as capable as Dee Ford in terms of, you know, physical, what he can bring as far as physicality. And that made sense. But then I was like, wait a minute, he's, you know, 35, 36 pounds heavier. Those times literally they're not parallel. They're not even close to the same. I mean, and I'm not saying he can't be explosive, you know what I mean? He can be 284 pounds and a more explosive typically, you know, so on and so forth. But my concern is that he's been in the league since 2013, and let's forget about the suspension year or the season he was suspended, but there's no production.
None.
There's no game. There's hardly any games started out of 50 games. He started 4 games out of 50, and there's flashes in the pan. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying they haven't been, you know, nice highlights, but when you look at Ziggy Ansah, you know, I live in Michigan, so I got to see Detroit for all them years. He was a part of, you know, a nice talent group with Ndamukong Suh, Nick Fairley, Stephen Tulloch, DeAndre Levy, and stuff like that. But
they were tough that
if he
year.
came to the Niners, what would he be surrounded by? He'd be surrounded by talent. There's just a lot of production on, you know, Ziggy Ansah, and when I watched him all the time, and you know, he looks like a 49er. You know what I mean? Like he has that nastiness to him on the D line, where it's kind of like Jadeveon Clowney. He might not get the credit for the play, but he's the one that pushed the ball carrier, you know, this way instead of that, you know, all that stuff. And he just was a hard worker on and off the field. And I honestly didn't think Dion Jordan stood a chance, but you know, I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just, you know, it's kind of like when we drafted Reuben Thomas, all the flags were right there. We just ignored them, you know, and, you know, I could only hope that Dion Jordan comes in with a level head, wants to be a piece of the puzzle. But, you know, I kind of was hoping Ansah would be signed because, you know, I got to watch a lot of his stuff on Sundays, and he stuck out. And I feel like
when he was doing things,
he's about the same size as Jordan is now, but that's just his natural playing weight. So, you know what I mean? And I guess maybe because Buckner's gone, that 284 is a little bit closer to, you know, Buckner. I don't know. Are we going to try to push him inside? I have no idea. But it was a little confusing to see, you know, Dion Jordan being signed because of the, you know, these things that we talked about. And down in Miami, you know, a lot of people are saying they suck and yada, yada, yada. Well, y'all forget about Cam Wake because that dude produced. That dude was a beast for a long time. And it's the same system, you know what I mean? And he was getting the double teams and whatnot. So I'm just kind of confused as to why Dion Jordan didn't get the numbers, you know, when that should have been less pressure on him. And being that Miami, you know, did suck and whatnot, there should have been a lot of snaps for him. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, I hope he's got, you know, it's kind of like a Josh Gordon situation. You hope he can come back and just be there. Because if he's there, maybe there's a chance something good could happen. But Josh Gordon had production.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's the thing. The 49ers do every now and then pick a high risk. You look at Verrett. That was a high risk, but I mean, the thing is, the rewards could have been just astronomical, right? But he's still trying to come back. I worry about players that are constantly trying to in comeback mode, you know? And in this case, this guy, he's been in the league for years, and this is his fourth club. Is he gonna? What are you gonna do it now? Because time is running out.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what's another funny, or not funny, but you know, it's kind of something to think about is I know for a fact that when Ziggy was with Detroit, for three of his years under Jim Schwartz, it's a wide 9-4-3 defense.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're running a 4-3, you know, wide 9 defense. I kind of saw the scheme fit pretty good.
Oh yeah, Ziggy was going to fit right in. No doubt about that. I mean, Kasurik trained too.
So,
but so was Jordan.
Yep.
I forgot about. He was actually Kasurik was running things in Miami during that time as well.
And I mean, you know, there's obviously going to be something there because Kasurik knows him as good as anybody could know him because he literally coached him. You know what I mean? So I mean, I'm not gonna. I trust Kasurik. So that's the thing that's crazy about all of this we've talked about is I trust these dudes. And it's not like I know for a fact we're not going to be putting this dude on the field for 45, 50 snaps.
No.
You know, he's going to have a very reserved role.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like when Robert Saleh first came in, he said, you know, we're actually going to have a rotation because we want every one of our guys to be fresh all game long. You know, instead of giving us 50 snaps, I want 35 really, really tough snaps. You know, I want your 100% snaps. And so maybe, you know, the thing is maybe because Ronnie Blair's out, maybe, you know, Dion Jordan gets, you know, 10 to 15 snaps a game and he can put something together. I mean, same with Jordan Reed. We're not looking to get, you know, 7 years out of these guys. We're looking for a short-term answer right now just for help, you know?
No, I do. And like Rich Hidalgo says, Ziggy may have been asking for more than the vet minimum. So...
Yeah, I would assume that it would have to come down to money because, you know, there's a lot of, you know, outside of Kasurik having a relationship with Jordan, you know, Ziggy Ansah did seem like the better pick. So maybe it was money. And, you know, the thing is they're both, you know, going into their, you know, 8th year and whatnot. They're running out of time to be making that money. So, you know, I get it.
So if you're going to roll with somebody, it's got to be the Super Bowl contender. But if you are going to roll with Super Bowl contender, don't come in thinking you're going to get the big payday. That doesn't make any sense. I really wish find out how, because you figure Kasurik made this call, Alex, between the two, because he's guys going to want one or the other. So, great observations, Alex.
Hey,
we're going to see you
low
Friday.
key thing, man. Low key thing, man. Let's hope for let's hope for a year of health, man. We really need a year of health, and hopefully this is the year. You know what I mean? It's gonna be week one's gonna be up on us in no time. We ain't gonna be able to see our boys other than like 49ers.com stuff. So let's just get a year of health and let's have a good year, man.
That's it. I agree. All right, Alex. Looking for you Friday, okay?
Yes, sir. Talk to you, bro.
All right, bro. Yeah, Alex is right. You know, because between the two of them, if you had to compare talent, obviously Ziggy's probably the more skilled because he's had some big production years of double-digit sacks, right? But then you look at Dion, and he has all you need. Other than, I didn't realize he'd gained so much weight though since his world acclaimed combine of 4.6. So that's a lot of weight. I didn't realize that. So I'm not because I haven't been paying any attention to him. Oh, whoa, well, it's a big show. Show's back. Show, what's up? 2 times.
Yes, sir. How are you tonight, Ronbo?
I'm doing fine.
I know it's a little shocking, isn't it?
It's delightful.
Well,
Because I look at Dion Jordan, and I think we'll all if George's already been signed, and they said they were bringing Dion in, I'd probably say, big deal. He'll get some playing time. Really give the guys the next one. I need George signed. It's making everybody nervous. We're not trying to think about it, but But what do you think?
You allowed me to address 2 situations. as far as George Kittle goes, I watched the press conference with John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan the other day, and Kyle was asked about George Kittle's contract situation and where it stands right now. And I think it was Jennifer Lee Chan that asked Kyle Shanahan where his contract stands, and he said that nobody should be concerned about anything about that right now. It is what it is where it is. What we've been seeing, like we're in talks with him, and it'll get done. Like, just be patient. It pretty much is what he was saying. And as far as the Dion Jordan signing goes, everybody had mentioned this already tonight, but he wasn't used right on the teams that he was with. I believe his last team was Seattle.
No,
if I'm correct.
He's with the Raiders last year.
Okay, the Raiders last year, and then
7
he was
games,
with Seattle before that.
2 sacks. So I can't. That's not all that bad.
Yeah, that's not all that bad. You know how the Raiders are. They've been searching for their coach forever. They've been another SHIT hole. You know what I mean, to play in, and where careers go to die as well. So no one ever has a career year there.
True.
Including Dion Jordan. But he did pretty well being a rotational player there. I believe sitting behind Max Crosby and
there's a guy that was playing lights out. He was quietly one of the better guys coming off the edge in the league. Yeah.
So that gives you a glimpse of what a really good front line can do to a rotational player like Dion Jordan, and our front line is superb, more better than the Raiders front line is.
Well,
all full of first round talents, and we ranked second last year in the league in defense, and so
absolutely.
Yeah, he's gonna be just a really good depth piece and an insurance policy for Ronald Blair, who was injured last year, and I just recently saw a report that everyone who was on the injured reserve list last year and the year before that, all of the players are 100% good to go. They're all medically cleared and they'll be fine. So this was pretty much just an insurance piece for Ronald Blair. So yeah, and we have a lot of guys on our defense that are up for contracts next year. So I wouldn't be surprised if he sticks around on a cheaper deal if he does well this coming season. You know what I mean? So
DJ, can you imagine that? So we're gonna This is a very pivotal year for the 49er organization, isn't it? My God, what's gonna happen next year is gonna be crazy.
One more quick point before I go. The reason why I mentioned Taylor Gabriel to you earlier is because every season our offense always starts off slow. Like, nobody's catching anything. We're back to square one where we were with our receiving room before Emmanuel Sanders got there, believe it or not. And a veteran presence helps. Travis Benjamin was our only veteran on this team in that receiving room. And so Taylor Gabriel is a vet. He is familiar with Kyle Shanahan's system, and he wouldn't take long to learn the playbook, and would make an impact like Emmanuel Sanders did, I believe, come day one. And he could teach Jalen Hurd a thing or two, since he hasn't seen the field yet, groom him up a little bit, like Emmanuel Sanders did with Debo. So
you got my vote.
That could be beneficial.
I've been a Taylor Gabriel fan before the season started.
Not only Jalen Hurd, but Brandon Ayuk too, who's going to be out there day one.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's a rookie coming in, not knowing this offense very well. So we need that veteran presence. I think this hurts us a little bit, because I don't know if Travis Benjamin was going to make the team or not, but a veteran presence always helps our younger players on the offense.
And Kyle can trust them too. This is why I got to tell you, Benjamin might have made the team. From this, what you're just saying right now, Kyle was probably going to keep him.
I think so too. But so he's played with Kyle before. He was a veteran, and he came on a cheap deal, and I think that's why I believe that we should be on the phone right now calling Taylor Gabriel up right now. And he has speed too. Ronbo, what you alluded to earlier tonight.
4'3".
Like, you want that speed, exactly. So we're going to be running a lot the first 4 weeks if we don't make any moves before the trade deadline this year. You know what I mean? So, and they're going to eventually take that run game away from us, and then we're going to be forced to start to throw to an unproven rookie and Deebo Samuel, who is inconsistent at times.
Well, you know what though?
You know,
because,
and
but show you know how Kyle
and we use
orchestrates his
and
offense.
we use Deebo more as a running back team anyways. So.
Well, yeah, Debo's more than just a wide receiver. But you know what you mentioned, though?
Yeah.
Because Kyle uses speed to clear out real estate in the middle of the field. Now, who's going to do that?
Yep.
You know, that's what worries me.
I don't. That's the question mark right there. And that's what Taylor Gabriel brings to the table, I think. So.
And Ayuk could. But is he ready for that role? See, that's a thing.
Not quite. It took Debo a little bit of time to adapt to being a starter, and I think that's going to be the same situation with Ayuk, but he's going to get it right away. So they need to do something. Otherwise, we're going to be back to square one where we were week one with nobody catching anything, dropping everything. You know.
No, that's not going to happen this year. So it's going to be. You know what? It's going to be West Coast offense like. I'm talking vintage West Coast offense this year. You're going to see dinks and dunks and get the ball in playmakers' hands,
especially
and let them do the thing.
Especially with Jerick McKinnon back. Jerick McKinnon being back helps out a lot too. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, so that's
Jordan Reed too. I forgot Jordan Reed.
Yeah, big hands, big tough guy, and of course George Kittle, who loves to do what he does. You know. I don't know if we need to worry, but I like having that speed element. I feel more comfortable as long as Kyle's got more buttons to push.
Taylor Gabriel is a little bit more consistent than Marquise Goodwin ever will be.
Yeah.
So he knows how to catch.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna see.
All right. And I'm about to send you on Twitter a couple of players to look out for this year. It's a corner and a safety. So I'll send you that on Twitter right now.
I'll retweet that stuff.
Keep an eye out this year. Yeah. All right. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Shout out to everyone. They don't know who they are, and y'all stay safe. Good night.
Night show. Yeah, shows like our man on the singing when it comes to college football. I think one team has already declared they weren't playing any football this year, so it's going to be a little hard to keep an eye on who's who as far as college football goes. Hey, Hayden.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, how you doing tonight?
Oh, good. I just don't even know what to think about this signing of
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan. I forgot his name.
Dion Jordan, and a lot of people have forgotten about him. Hayden, don't worry. Dion's been passed around a few teams, and when you're a first
I was looking at his
pick,
tape in his place.
Yeah.
He sacked Patrick Mahomes, but that doesn't really say much. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Apparently he's a bust, and I don't know. I think that's to replace DJ Reed. I don't know what to think about it. I mean, I don't think it's bad because they always normally have a plan.
Yeah. But you know what? We've got so many good players. He can come in. You know, we've been carrying Solomon Thomas for 3 years. What I didn't want to do is I don't want to carry two Solomon Thomases. The thing is, I was hoping if we're going to pick up somebody, make sure he can come in and contribute. Don't experiment with this. We already have Solomon Thomas. Hayden, Solomon could be a star this year, though.
If it's another Solomon Thomas, though.
Yeah, if
it's another.
Oh, God.
If it's another Solomon Thomas, you're going to hear me say that a bunch of times.
They're going to play him on the inside, Hayden. We can feel good about that because we know he's not going to be effective out on the edge. So bring him inside where he used to be good at Stanford. Maybe this is the year. Hayden, maybe this is it. They finally get what they've been trying to find from him. He's not bad on the run. So if he's inside, he'll be effective there. Yeah. So we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know what I can really what do you think though? I don't really know what to think about it. I can't make up my mind because I like it, but then I don't because I looked at his plays and he didn't seem like the best players. So I don't know. But
remember, he's for rotational purposes. Maybe that's okay.
Yeah, that's what That's what I was thinking. I think he was replacing DJ Reed.
No, not DJ Reed. He's an edge rusher, right? So he's going to be not replacing, but more backing up Ronnie Blair. Although it's funny, they pencil him in as he's trying to get that fourth spot on the defensive end rotation, right? So he'd be the first guy coming off the bench when it's rest time for the starters, which I kind of found funny. I said, really? Okay.
Yeah. I know he's like new to the team. He's not. I don't know.
Well, he's
I
working
don't
with
know
the
what to think about it, Ronbo.
I know.
I
We
just
have.
don't even know.
Unfortunately, we got to wait to see what happens. I don't know if he's. Is he going to make the team? We could see on draft that final cut, and Dion Jordan has been included amongst the players cut for the 49ers, and we're going to say, uh-oh, I guess it didn't work out. Hey, does that mean Ronnie Blair is okay? Hey, that's what we can look forward to. If Dion gets cut, that means Ronnie Blair is fine and doesn't need any backup or help. He's got that fourth position tied down.
Yeah. So update on the whole Grant Crow thing. I followed him back because I heard what he said, and I don't know. I just followed him back because it's a little.
You know, hey, I got to tell you, there's going to be days you got to watch Grant. Don't take it so. When Grant speaks, just take it as a. I don't know. You can compare it to what others say, because usually Grant's going in the opposite direction of everybody else, and I think he does that on purpose. It's by design to get more attention.
Yeah.
And it works, because we all know Grant Cohn. Who doesn't know Grant Cohn? So whatever he was doing, it worked.
Yeah. But yet everyone, I've looked online and everyone's freaking out. Oh, since we got Jordan Reed, we're not going to sign George Kittle. Chill out. Have you seen the amount of online people are freaking out because they think we're not going to sign George Kittle, so this is the replacement? I mean, did you hear what Doug was saying? It looks like it's going good with the contract, so I don't know.
No, they're going to sign him. They just got to go back and forth for a while. It's a very large contract. Hey, do you have Twitter?
Yeah.
There's Hawks fans that are actually in prayer. They're holding prayer sessions.
I saw that.
Hey, right?
Where they said, George Kittle wasn't even and then you retweeted that, and then you said, look up the stats, and then you put the link there.
Well, the one guy said that they're not afraid of Kittle. They handle him pretty well. They showed the one hit when I forget, KJ Wright took him down, and they were all excited. Guys, I don't know what game you're watching, but George Kittle, 86 yards on 7 carries. I don't know that they even contained him.
And he averaged 14.2 yards.
The Hawks fans are hoping. Okay, they're hoping he doesn't sign. Hey, let me see it Friday, okay?
Yeah, but I have Instagram too. My Instagram is just literally just Hayden Berry.
Yeah. Don't hate Grant. He means well. He likes the 49ers. He just likes to get people to look at the other side. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Aiden.
All right.
See you Friday. Oh, God.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, John V. Come on in, man.
Ronbo, my man, how are you, brother?
Oh, doing great, man. As long as I'm not hearing, as baseball is rolling through, I'm watching baseball just because, baseball continues. They've had a couple of teams had breakdowns. I know football's a different story. It could cripple us if we had too many guys out. But baseball, they just keep right on rolling along. They cancel a game, but they come right back and do it. So I'm thinking keeping pro sport out there. All right, the basketball's doing fine, so I think we're going to be okay. Because I've been worried about that.
I mean, the president of baseball says, play on.
Yeah.
Things are going to happen. and they'll deal with them as they come. But he says play on. So I like that attitude. Just do it. You know.
Yeah, because we're gonna.
Ronbo, I mean, we got some news, man. We tried out some defense, and Ziggy, you know, Ronbo, aside from the money of Ziggy, did anybody mention tonight about his neck injury?
Well, that's what didn't he have an operation or some kind of repair?
Yeah, I think he had a labrum. He had a labrum.
Ah.
You know,
he missed the beginning of the season.
He had a good season. He had a good 11 games, and then he was out. I mean, it says that he had some ankle injuries. He had a labrum surgery, but he's got a bad neck, and it's still as of
working him.
April is still plaguing him, man. So maybe the Niners are just like, no, we're good, dude. Like, we expect whoever takes this spot
to be healthy,
to be rotational, and to have some significant play. I don't think they're just going to put Dion Jordan, Ronbo, on the bench and just be like, hey, if we need you, we'll pull you. I thoroughly believe they're going to work him in regularly.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's what they do. They don't let people stay out there too long. It's about getting that rest.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, we love depth, and a lot of teams have depth and don't get into that third rotational player. They kind of just run their first two into the ground. But Ronbo, I feel pretty good about Dion Jordan, man. I mean, I kind of like it. I think he brings a pretty decent. I think he brings some fire to the defense, Ronbo. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The more the merrier, brother. You know me, man. The more the merrier.
Yeah, I just hope he still got speed. Alex filled me in on that. I didn't realize he had picked on that much weight. So we'll see if he still got that quickness. That's important.
I mean, don't you think that by now, if they offered him the job, don't you think they pretty much have an idea about that?
Yeah, I know, right?
Know his speed by now?
I'm trusting the judgment too. I think so.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. I mean, I went into Twitter purgatory today. I mean, I didn't know much about Dion Jordan, Ronbo, and I knew more about Ziggy, and I liked that dude a lot. Yeah. But one thing I didn't know is that he had a bad neck. I had no idea. Labrum, neck, ankle, those are red flags, man. I think, yes, because Sarek, you guys have history, yes, but all that history means squat diddly shit if you can't perform. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I'm pretty pumped, Ronbo. I liked it. I liked it.
He could be okay. We and John also, we got a thing now going on with receivers. Now, Big Show just brought up wanting to bring back Taylor Gabriel. Do we really? We got a lot of guys. Chris Finke has been excused. I was interested in him, but he's been excused due to a non-football injury.
You put me on an assignment, brother. You put me on an assignment a few months ago. You told me to look him up. I looked him up. I watched some tape. What the hell did he do to get pushed out, man?
Non-football injury. All right. So I don't know. He may have been out. Maybe he's maybe he's a skateboarding kid or something. He went out and blew up or something. I don't know. It's a non-football injury. So the 49ers waived him. Jesus Christ. They didn't give me. Wow, guys. Really? So he's out. And as you know, Richie James and Travis said, I got to go, guys. I'm not staying there as long as this virus is running around. And so now we don't have any real speed merchants. You got Trent Taylor. Trent Taylor's quick. He's not a guy that's going to go coast to coast for you. But, inside of 15 or 20 yards, he's going to lose a defender and lose him quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Some of that. And Debo, as he's out.
I mean, the fact that I heard Big Show, and I enjoy him. I really do. He brings awesome points. Honestly, Ronbo, Taylor Gabriel, I just would feel more confident with a little bit more experience. So I wouldn't be opposed to Taylor Gabriel coming in. I don't know how far he'd get, but I do appreciate experience, especially when we're on a revenge tour. Like I don't want to rely on a bunch of young guys that really haven't had preseason are getting the real ass end of a preseason here. I mean, this is a historical low for them. So Of course, they got to come in. Of course, our revenge tour is inhibited by COVID, but that's besides the point. I don't know, Ronbo. I mean, I was bummed out when Benjamin opted out. I get it. I understand. I support it. But I was bummed out, man. I don't know if I consider him they said that that the 49ers suffered their first opt-out. I don't consider Benjamin a 49er until you start as a 49er. So in my mind, the slate's still clean. Nobody's opted out as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean?
Wait,
John, you got your money. You got $150,000 quick.
Oh, he did. Brilliant move on his part. He waited until he got paid.
Yeah, it was a good idea. Secure some money. I mean, it gives you he still isn't feeling up to par, from what I understand. So maybe he just feels like he could compete next year at a fair level.
Hey,
you know,
did Travis Benjamin come to us?
It'll be more balanced.
Was he not 100% when he came to us? I didn't even know anything was wrong with
I
Travis
don't think so. I don't think so. I think he was injured. I think there was some concern, and reading and listening to some of the other shows, I think someone brought up that he wasn't really feeling at optimal strength and speed. So maybe he's just securing the bag for now, Ronbo, and coming back next year and competing. He did the smart move, but you're not a 49er yet, brother. You're not a Niner for me until you start a game.
Yeah. If he wasn't 100%, he was going to get beat out anyway. That's just too much competition in that room. John.
Yeah, I mean, do you really think he was going to get beat out, though? I was relying on him to compete for the return man.
Everybody was, and not so much because he's so great, but Richie James has pretty much gotten on a lot of people's nerves. So that's got to be it. John, we got to go though. Let's continue.
Okay, Ronbo.
All right.
You bet, brother. My man, thank you for everything you do. Okay, and I appreciate you, Ronbo, and stay safe, my man.
Thanks, John. You do the same. All right, talk to you Friday.
Thank you, brother. Good night.
Night. Yeah, this thing. You never know, but Kyle Shanahan's so adept at making, and in this early in the season, he's liable to alter some of his concept. Remember, there still is a quickness factor out there with Jerick McKinnon. And I read today where Jimmy G is pumped to having Jerick McKinnon working with him coming out of that backfield. So this is going to be interesting to see how that all comes together in the chemistry too. Because Jerick McKinnon can do a lot of damage with that speed of his and quickness, because he can hit a go route at any given minute, or he can go out there and abuse a linebacker, or do any number of things. He could be the outlet guy all the time. But yeah, I think we might be okay. That's why they're probably not screaming and yelling, and they didn't call Travis Benjamin. I mean, not Travis Benjamin, but Taylor Gabriel just yet. Alex!
What is good, Ronbo?
Oh, Alex. Everything's probably good. The little minor things that we have to look upon as being possible issues, our things is probably minute compared to what the rest of the league is looking at. Look at the Rams. That's a mess. In Seattle, all of a sudden they don't know how to manipulate a roster, and then you got the mystery team over in Arizona. I got to tell you, Alex, and people think I'm being silly because I'm a little concerned and a little fearful of what Arizona potentially could do, because they played us tough last year and they weren't ready for prime time.
They played us tough.
Yeah, they did.
You're not wrong.
But this deal with Jordan.
No, you're not wrong, Ronbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about Dion Jordan. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, we're talking about the addition of Dion Jordan, and is that going to be is that something we could be considered a fruitful outcome, or what do you think?
I'm a little indifferent, just because he hasn't done too much in the league. I was kind of checking out his stats, I think today, and so he had like a year where he got suspended for some drug use or whatever he was doing. But I looked at the year after. Yeah, more than once. But I was looking at the year after, and he only played 4 games, but in those 4 games he had 5 sacks. Yeah. I don't know if that was with Seattle or if that was with the Raiders or Miami. I don't remember. But yeah, I'm just kind of indifferent. Like, I don't really have high hopes for the guy. He's big. He's 6'6". I think he's 6'6", like 250, 260. So he's a big guy and he's fast. He's athletic. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have high hopes for the guy. But if he contributes and he makes plays, I think this is a team that he can do it on with the kind of D line that we got going on, because he's not going to have to do too much. He might, if Blair's healthy, he might even have to be behind Blair. And if Dion Jordan's our third string defensive end, then say that again.
Yeah, he definitely will be. I'm putting Blair in before I put Jordan in for sure.
Oh, no doubt, without a doubt. But I'm kind of surprised that we didn't sign DeMontre Moore first. I thought I liked DeMontre Moore.
Thought he was in.
I mean, that's just me. I'm not a GM, but yeah, I think a lot of us were kind of digging DeMontre Moore, and he broke his arm, which sucks. But I mean, I think it was that second Cardinals game. He was getting a ton of reps, and he was getting pressure. He had a forced fumble at the end of the game to seal it. I mean, the dude, and he wants to play. He likes playing for us. So I'm kind of surprised we didn't sign the guy.
He was good in the Green Bay game too. And remember, we had lost Dee Ford, and he filled that gap pretty well that game. Yeah.
Right. We didn't really see too much of a difference when he was in, but I mean, it is what it is at this point. How much is he getting paid on this contract? Do we know? Is he even officially signed yet?
No, it's just expected. So yeah, it's not official just yet. You know what though? Trey brought up a good point. Trey from VA said Blair and Jordan will play together on the same rotation. You know what? That's true. If you got Ronnie on D's side and Nick takes a seat and Jordan can play either way, or either side, right? That keeps our rotation coming off the edge red hot from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. And we still have the other guy from Detroit that could come off the edge, because that's where we started slowing down last year. Remember when our guys started dying out? Not dying out, but we got guys falling off and they weren't able to continue the rest of the season. That's when our frontline defense, they still look better than everybody else, but not as good as they could look as they did the first few weeks of the season when they were just ridiculous.
And to be fair, we were like, when that was happening, I mean, we had a bye week 4, so that was an early bye. We started getting these injuries, and then we had that 3-game stretch of through the hardest 3-game stretch in history. And that's when all our guys started kind of dropping like flies.
Yeah.
And we were kind of picking up dudes off the street to play defensive end, which defensive end, that's a tough position to play.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're going against elite offensive tackles, but I think that this, I mean, I don't know. The more I think about it, I think it's okay. It doesn't hurt us. If it doesn't hurt us, then it helps us. So I think that that he could potentially be something. I think that he still maybe feels like he has something to prove because he's been labeled as bust. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe he can come out and explode, not having to take all the pressure on himself and just kind of focus on. And obviously, Kasurk's the man, and he's going to know how to coach him up. So, and he's got dogs around him like Bosa and Ford, so he can take tips from them. So, and if I heard right, he was doing okay last year. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, I kind of wanted more, but Jordan's okay. I can rock with Jordan.
And real quickly, touch upon the fact that we got Travis Benjamin that said goodbye. Now, most people think that Travis Benjamin was not going to figure into the final mix anywhere. But the fact of the matter is, Richie James is out. We don't have Trent Taylor's pretty much now the fastest guy we got for other than Ayuk. But Trent's only a short distance fast. He's not going to run the ball coast to coast for you, right? So now, and Big Show and I are campaigning for Taylor Gabriel, but Gabriel probably wants a lot of money, so he's probably out of the picture.
Yeah.
So we got to wait for Debo to get back. We've got a few things to be concerned about as far as speed goes.
I mean, I guess Taylor Gabriel would be cool and all, but I think he'll be a little bit expensive for what our front office likes. I really do think that Jordan Reed, I think that helps the blow. I think we'll really be working the middle of the field with Reed and with Kittle. And I'm telling you, Ronbo, this dude Jalen Hurd, man, like I know a lot of people talk about him, but I don't think we talk about him enough, man.
I keep forgetting.
You hear what Raheem said today? You hear what Raheem said today?
What?
He said he'd never seen a more physical wide receiver.
Oh, no.
So,
and you knew that. Yeah. Remember last year, that was last year. Remember when Dante Pettis got into a fight because he thought Hurd was working a little too hard in practice, beating him up?
Hey, that says it all right there, Ronbo. That says it all right there, man. I'm telling you, this dude Hurd, he's gonna step up. He's gonna be the guy. And then and KB too. We still got KB over there. So I mean,
you know I'm a KB guy. I was just talking about the speed. But hey, Alex, let me see you Friday, okay?
Oh, the speed.
Yeah.
All right, brother, man. Good talking to you, bro.
All right, night, fam.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. Jalen Hurd, wouldn't it be funny? We're talking all around Jalen Hurd because we're just afraid of his availability, right? Watch Jalen Hurd come out there and steal the show and start taking over games. That's going to be the game. And I hope it's against somebody like the Cowboys because you know how he likes to play the Cowboys. And wouldn't it be wonderful if he beat up on the Seahawks? They don't have anybody that can cover Jalen Hurd. Most teams don't have anybody that can really cover Jalen Hurd. You can get hurt trying to cover Jalen Hurd. Hey, Jay.
Ronbo.
Yeah. Jay, come on in, man. We're working on Dion Jordan tonight, and the 49ers are expected to sign him any minute now, if they haven't already. So, I tell you, it was between him and Ziggy Ansah. Some people wanted Everson Griffin. There's other choices, but I think most of them are all too expensive. Jordan is the guy who's got a track record that even he couldn't get a job at McDonald's if he were to leave, the 49ers, man. So I said, hey, Dion, you know what? We know that you're not going to go to many more teams. You're going to run out of teams soon. Come on in. Here's a contract. Take a look at that. All right? Now, before you say, are you kidding me? Know this. We're serious. And you come in, you produce, we will move those numbers up for you. And, you got to talk to him like that and see what he says. Maybe that's what happened, and that's why we have Dion Jordan instead of Ziggy Ansah, because they were both working out for the 49ers this week. So, what do you think? You okay with this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely good with it. You know what I mean? He definitely got the talent. His first round pick. So
I know. Number 3. Damn.
Yeah. We need rotation. And he is speed rusher. We only got one of those in Dee Ford, so it's good. It's good to have another speed rusher coming off the bench. And like everybody complaining, and like, why y'all complaining? Like, real.
I know we ain't even seen nothing yet, right?
Right. And he and all them other teams, Miami, Seattle, Oakland, he played with them bum defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Just imagine him coming there with our front seven. You know what I mean? He's gonna have one-on-one opportunities to prove himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like last year when Dee Ford and Ronald Blair got hurt, like everybody say, our pass rush went down.
Mm-hmm.
So that only can help booster it, when both to go off the field. You know what I mean? To keep that pressure on.
I look forward to it. I can't wait to see him. Yeah.
I can't complain. He ain't like it's a $10 million 1 year, $10 million signing or something.
Solomon Thomas. See, Solomon Thomas is still getting $10 million. I can't wait to see what he looks like this year. Solomon's got to know this is it. Party's over after this season. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but he'll be there. That's a good rotation. Just keep the rotation going.
Yeah, I know. I agree with that.
Depth of piece. Everybody crying about Jordan Reed. Like, really, I don't want to lose Charlie Warner. I don't want to Ross Dwelly. Like, really, we talking about Jordan Reed, a former Pro Bowl player. You know what I mean? Top 100 player. And we comparing Ross Dwelly, who had one good game, caught 2 passes for 3 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, really, please. Talk about
right.
And Charlie Warner, he never even played in the NFL before.
You got to reach for the high level. And the 49ers are doing that. Everybody gets concerned because you look at him as a glass man. Can he not get broke in the first quarter of the first game? It's just terrorizing people. But even if he does, then you can fall back because you're not getting rid of Charlie Warner. Because you fear, Jay, they're going to carry 4 tight ends. You agree with that? You think so?
Yeah. I mean, they did that last year.
Yeah. So, you're right. I Jordan Reed, we know he can play. Ain't nobody arguing about that. And him and George together, just nasty trouble for a DC.
Nasty.
Ooh,
Nasty.
man.
And just imagine if New England made these two signings right here. Wouldn't nobody like, oh, look how smart New England is.
Yeah.
They took a gamble on Jordan Reed, an all-pro, and this. Come on now. And all our fans knocking it. Like, come on, man. Y'all, let them pick up these veterans like New England do every year to keep them constantly in the Super Bowl. And that's what they're doing, picking up these veterans for nothing that's going to come in and build on the talent that we already got and show out because we already got talent. It ain't like 2015 when we ain't had no talent on the team.
Jay, what is the name of that? You know the defensive end that played for Seattle just retired this year? Oh, man.
Michael Bennett.
Remember his brother that played? Well, I remember that year when the Patriots picked up Bennett. And I said, oh, how did they get what is his name? Tre'Davious? No. What is Bennett's brother's name? He's a tight end. Huge tight end.
Bennett.
First name. But the dude came in, and now, he's going to play with Gronk. But Gronk went down, and Martavius? No, anyway.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, he took over that year. You're right. The Patriots always pick up this guy that everybody wonders, how did you let the Patriots get him? Or how did anybody let him get to the New England? And sure enough, New England said, yeah, we got him now. We going to the Super Bowl. What y'all going to do? Nothing. So if he stays on the field all year, Jay, you're right. We going to kick some booty. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, and that DJ Reed, that's good, man. He a decent player, but he ain't nothing special. You know what I mean? And with him gone, that make a room for the undrafted dude from Oklahoma, the Maiden.
Oh, Jared.
Yeah, I think that's even better because that's even he might even make the team definitely now, and I think he a better cover secondary player.
That dude got some ball hawk in him, according to what he played out, how he played in Bama, and talk about a physical player. He took Jawan Jennings. I saw him playing against Tennessee in a highlight film. He picked Jawan Jennings up off out the dirt and throwed him on the ground. Hey, that's Jennings.
Oh yeah,
that everybody can't do that.
We ain't see DJ Reed play like that.
I know. Jay, we ran out of time having so much fun. Man, I'm gonna see you Friday if you get a chance because I know you have trouble getting in here. Because I see you like every now and then now. So always appreciate Jay.
Yeah. I'll be listening. I just be riding.
Mm. Jay's on the road now. Jay, I'm going to see you Friday then, hopefully. All right? Looking for you, fam.
Already. Appreciate you, Ronbo. Stay blessed, faithful. Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Big Jay, out on the road. You be careful out there, Jay. I'll look for you soon, man.
Already. Have a blessed one.
You too. Night, Jay. I think that was a horn. I can see Jay. I can see Jay pulled up at a truck stop, and he'll roll that window down and do that yell. People be looking around like, whoa, hit the deck. Jay, Adrian says, Adrian takes that contribution. He says, Niners, question. What makes us the most feared team in the league? Oh, hey, let me take a minute. Let me take a few seconds to answer this. All right. Let me start with Nick Bosa, Dee Ford, and now enter the man-child, Javon Kinlaw. Eric Armstead is not the Eric Armstead he used to be. Ooh, and did I mention the fact that DJ Jones is really a nasty dude with a lot of size and agility? And how about the vintage one? The man that has now enough pedigree that he could actually be crowned by the Queen of England and be called Sir Richard Sherman. Let me go on with my running back Raheem the Dream Mostert. Did I mention the fact that Deebo Samuel could be a premier running back in the NFL coming up soon? Wait, my secondary contains Fred Warner, one of the top players in the NFL 100. He's flanked by Quan Alexander and the man that loves to play against the Seattle Seahawks, Dre Greenlaw, in his second year, who claims he now knows the 49ers defense. Just now. Jimmy G, he's going to be next year one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL. Mark my words, I said it on this date, August 5. Jimmy G will rank with no shame. Anybody who doesn't think so has no knowledge of what a good quarterback looks like after 1 year of playing. Wait till you see year number 2 in a full season. Mark it. Hey, J1, come on in, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, man, I'm just enjoying the fact that we are looking at a guy like Dion Jordan as a marginal player, somebody who can come in and just join us. But that's a first-round pick that was once upon a time considered really, really good. Now, granted, he's had a hard time since he got into the league, but potentially he could come in playing with a bunch of all-stars and shine like new money. But Jay, your feeling on the Jordan deal, are you happy with that?
I think it's all right, Dick. I think if he can give us 5 to 6 sacks.
Ooh.
But this year he'd be really productive. I was checking on his stats. He really,
if he could pick up 5 or 6, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he could get 5 or 6 sacks this year, then he's well worth it. So just he's gonna be around a bunch of guys who wants to go back to the Super Bowl. So I think he's gonna have his head on his shoulder. I think he's gonna have his head. People straighten up when they're on a good team and they feel like they're gonna get on the Super Bowl run because they know this is his last shot. If he mess up, he most likely ain't gonna be in the league.
Yeah,
so
this is his last shot.
I think he's gonna come in.
Because ain't nobody gonna take him seriously if the 49ers kick him to the curb. You're right.
Correct. Because they're gonna be like, this is his
fourth team.
His 4th team. Yeah, 4th team. So, he was with Miami, Seattle, and Oakland, and then now us. So, he just, and he's from San Fran, so he might even ball out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's home, you know what I'm saying? So he might want to shine, So that'll be a good thing for us. It's always good to have another pass rush to kind of keep our defensive line fresh and rotated, you know what I'm saying? Get Nick, so towards the end of the season, he can be fresh and be able to get to the quarterback. And then, it's smart how we building our team. We're getting veteran players, and he's not that old either. So
yeah,
he ain't got that much.
How old is he? He's been around since 2013.
He's born. Yeah, he's about. I'll say he's about 30. He's born 1990. So I think he's like 30. So
that's not bad.
Yeah. So I feel like he's gonna be. I think he's gonna try to play good. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he can stay healthy and most of our D lines can stay healthy. If they can stay healthy, I think we got a really great shot, Ronbo. I really do. These quarterbacks ain't got a chance. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I love how many pocket quarterbacks we got. Those are games I already. That's it. You're done. If your quarterback can't get out of that pocket, well, it's gonna be a long
And then
night.
we play New Orleans again. We're gonna really show. We're gonna really show. Drew Brees out.
But
Aaron Rodgers, man, come on.
Aaron he does not want to be bothered with the 49ers. You know what though, Jay? We should have got Drew Brees. Their offensive line is either better than I thought, or Brees just gets rid of that.
I
That
thought
ball's
we
out
was
of
really
Drew's
gonna
hand like
get at
that.
them.
You know.
Yeah, he had to. He had to get the ball out of his hand. That's why them seam routes was working because, we had Zark out. He was out the game.
Oh, yeah.
So
and Cook. Boy.
Cook was eating our ass up for a second there. Yeah.
Hey, I tell
Till
you
we
what,
put
Jay,
him out the game.
we need to appreciate Spoon. If for nothing, no other reason, during the course of the season that we don't like Spoon, you need to love you some Spoon. Spoon knocked Cook the bleep out, and that ended pretty much. They couldn't continue with the same pace. Cook was roasting. Marcel Harris was getting, yes. Whoa.
That's the only thing he did right, Ronbo. The rest of the time, he almost gave up. Gave up a touchdown in the playoff against Minnesota. I mean, come on.
I know.
I'm like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. This man, he did one good thing out of the whole year, but he ended up getting benched. You know what I'm saying? So I think
we discovered
he needs to come. He needs to come to this training camp ready and focused and ready to, keep his job, or he's gonna be out too. Him and Solomon T gonna be out of here. You know what I'm saying? You see what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Again, Dion Jordan, they bringing people in, and then they gonna, if you don't produce, man, you out of here. That's
especially next year, because we got too many people we need to sign. If you're fringe, on the edge, or marginal player, somebody that's been hanging on, that's it. This is it.
Especially we got you for a number 1 pick, so you should be out there doing what Nick Bosa doing. If you ain't out there doing what Nick Bosa doing, man, then he just set a high standard. You know what I'm saying? You got to come in when you that high pick. You got to come in and produce because other people gonna come and take your job. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm. So, especially that salary, because when you're first round pick, you get paid more than anybody else in the draft anyway. So that's why,
correct. You can pay like a top player, and you ain't playing like a top player. So you know what I'm saying? And we can get a 3rd or 4th round pick who's actually doing better than you is, and you a number 1 pick. How much money we could save on the salary cap? So we could just get rid of you, trade you, or whatever, trade you for a 3rd round, 4th round pick. You know what I'm saying? Because you playing like a 6th round pick. How many sacks he had his entire career?
Tell you, if Jordan, I tell you what, here's the thing, Jay, is my speculation right now. If Javon Kinlaw just tears things up, look for a trade for Solomon Thomas at the midseason trade deadline. I can't believe it. Him and Dante Pettis. Jeff, give me.
Yes, and throwing Spoon for
God, you're not gonna load them on all the same team. But if I can get 3 picks, they could be 5th round and 4th, 5th, or 6th round. I don't care. Give me something, but get them on. Now, we can't afford to carry that next year anyway. To get a pick,
we can't. And you can get younger, and you can get. And look at how late rounds are hitting home runs. We hitting home runs off them late rounds too. So you know what I'm saying. So why not trade off some of these dead weight on our team and bring in, you know what I'm saying,
save money for the other guys.
In half.
Jay, we got to pull up though, fam. I'll see you Friday.
Yes, sir. Yes, Ronbo. Nice talking to you, brother, always.
Same here, fam.
Appreciate the platform.
Appreciate you, Jay. All right, fam. See you Friday.
All right. Good night.
All right, night.
Yes, sir. Bye-bye.
Oh, God, Chucky, Solomon. You know, how long have we been talking about these guys? We've been talking about these guys for years. You can't keep talking about guys like that for years. We're not that kind of a team anymore. Oh, my God. It's the return of Nighthawk. Nighthawk!
What's going on, Rambo? How you been?
Been doing great. Actually, I've not heard from you in such a long time, Nighthawk. I figured you were okay and just not able to attend. But I'm glad to hear you're okay. How you doing now?
I'm good.
I'm great. I'm delighted to hear that. Well, Nighthawk, tonight, man, we're the 49ers are thinking of picking another edge rusher, Dion Jordan. We've been busy this week anyway. Jordan Reed. I'd love to hear what you think about Jordan Reed is now going to be running with George Kittle, which would make the 49ers the most, if Jordan Reed is healthy, Nighthawk, do you realize that could be the best tight end combo in the NFL?
Yeah. But you know what I think?
Yeah.
You know what I think about Pettis, man? I think that I don't know why they're keeping him. I think Pettis need to go.
You know, we need him right now. Now, here's the thing. We actually need him right now.
You know what? I think they should put him as a kick return.
Yes, that's what I was getting ready to say. Let him do kick return and keep everybody else safe. Remember when he was taking kick return? No, he dropped the ball. He dropped the punt. See, he hears footsteps. He's a risk because he is actually fearful. You can't be a player in the NFL and have fear. Dante has fear. He didn't miss the ball when he was in college. I think he muffed that ball because instead of keeping eyes up, he let him roll down. He's seen the contact coming, and then he looks back up too late. You have to focus. Make the catch, and then do what you do. So, and Kyle saw that. He knows Dante's got some problems. So, yeah.
Yeah, but how many times you going to give him? How many times you going to give him a chance?
Well, like Big Show says, you can't trade him because it would cost us money. And I know about the dead money show. I'm just saying, we can't keep him next year. Could we get a draft pick at least? So if we're costing us money, we bought some draft picks. We can't do anything. We can't wait. Big Show. Nighthawk, we got to wait till the end of the season. We can't do anything but let him sit there, take up a roster spot, and please give us a reason to keep you. This is it. They got 16 games to show us something. This is the last test.
Yeah, but Kittle, and I had a question about Kittle, but what's going with this contract?
Well, his agency is doing what they can to get that price as high as they can. They've probably got several little things in between the lines that they want because Kittle's a very special ball player, Nighthawk. So his agent has got a right to ask for whatever he's asking for. But the 49ers are saying, listen, we're not made out of money right now. We want to keep George Kittle, but we want to be able to sign other players next year. We don't even know what the cap's going to roll over next year. We already know it's going to be smaller next year than it was last year. So you can understand our position on this. And George, listen, can we talk to George? No. This is what I represent George Kittle, and this is what we're asking for now. You guys are going to have to make some sacrifices to do something here because we're not going to move from this, and we're especially not going to remove this clause. You know, the conversation goes on back and forth in these negotiations. So the 49ers seem pretty confident.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that he wants to have receiver money.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But he's a tight end. Why would you want, if you're a tight end, why do you want the receiver money?
Well, because he's the best tight end in the league. He's one of the better receivers in the league. No, our offense would be hurt badly if George Kittle is not in a 49er uniform in the years to come.
That's what I'm saying. That's sad. If he leaves, then it's going to be scary.
Yes. And what if he goes to another team in our division? Now, I don't know if anybody in our division could actually afford him. The Rams would try to sign him and then tell him they'll pay him later. So he's probably not going to go there. The Hawks would give up 4 or 5 players. The Hawks would reduce. They'd get rid of players. Yeah, they'd gut their roster to get George Kittle because they do things and think about what's going to happen later. So, the Patriots would do their best to pick up George Kittle for sure. It's just, we got to keep him. We got to keep him, Night Hawk. So I don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
They feel confident they're going to keep him, though.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, this, but I still, Pettis, you know what? He got 2 more. For me, he got 1 more. If he don't do nothing next year, he's gone.
Oh, that's the thing about a first early round. Wait a minute. Pettis is not a first round pick. They're on rookie contracts, though, and they're guaranteed a certain amount of money on a rookie contract. That's why the 49ers would lose money, and it would still go up against the cap. See? So that's the problem with these guys that are assing around as rookies. You can't get rid of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard they signed the Redskins defense. What's the name? The Redskins defense that we signed.
Redskins defense. Dion Jordan. We're signing Dion Jordan. You mean? Yeah. Jordan is. Yeah, he's going to be there to. He's going to. I guess. Well, he's going to be the backup. He's got to. We don't. I think they don't know where they're going to put him right now. He's got to come in and establish himself. Who are you going to beat out? Are you going to make Contavious Street? You going to move him down? Ronnie Blair, if he's 100%, it's going to be tough to move him down. He's going to be there, though, trying out for a spot.
Yeah, so. I'm still disappointed in that game, man. We had Casey. Damn it.
I think I haven't talked to you since then, Night Hawk. It's been we'll get it back. Don't worry. We got a bunch of young players, and they got plenty of years in front of them. Knock, we got to go.
You know what? Yeah, okay, man. But you know what? I want to give a shout out to everybody who's in the Ronbo show.
There you go.
And you have a good one. Hit that like. See you guys next time.
Thanks, Night Hawk. Don't be no stranger, man, because I always need to worry about you. I just need to hear from you. All right, Night Hawk.
Okay, man. Have a good one.
Now, there's Night Hawk. Now, where is Yamin? We put out an APB on Yamin. Still looking for Yamin. Paging Yamin, where you at? People keep asking me about him all the time. Hey, 510, hello.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah, who is this?
This is Vams. It's my first time calling in.
Yeah, you say your name is Vance?
Vams, V-A-M-S. Vams.
Oh, Vams with them, V-A-M's. Hey, Vams. Well, it's a pleasure, man, to meet you. Come on in. Yeah. So, Vams.
Yeah, I got to talk to you guys about the contract year phenomenon. People always ball out in their contract year.
True.
Am I right, Bravo?
That's absolutely true.
We got
it seems that way.
Trubisky Tart playing for a contract. We got K1 Williams playing for a contract. We got Solomon Thomas playing for a contract.
That's 4 guys already.
We got who else we got? We got Kello playing for a contract.
That's 5.
Yeah, DJ Jones. He was a 2017 4-year contract. DJ Jones is on playing for a contract.
Hey, but Vams, he's already
contract year.
He's already proven himself. DJ Jones will be with us in the near future for sure. But those guys you named before him, well, no, Kwaski T's fine.
No, but I'm saying they're going to elevate their game.
They're going to take the game to the next level.
They've been good for now, but they're about to be studs.
That's true, because that
Ford
always happens.
In a contract year.
Yeah.
Like what's it called? Even like we gave Jimmy Ward a 1-year prove-it deal, and he balled out for a contract.
And he proved it. Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, Kwaski T, K1 Williams are about to get their hands on the ball and ball out for that contract.
Can you make that promise about Solomon Thomas? And yeah.
I feel like Solomon Thomas is gonna apparently he's gaining weight. That's what John Lynch said. He's gaining weight to be an actual defensive tackle. Man.
Ooh. I think they told me he had to do that too.
Yeah, they said hey, if you're trying to rush over a guard, you need to put on 20 pounds, and that better not be fat.
Vams, I wonder how much he weighed in the first place, because I remember them saying Solomon Thomas weighed 280, and I says, really? Well, how come they shove him around? Offensive linemen tend to have their way with Solomon. So Solomon's going around 280 for real now, around 285, 290, and he can maintain that speed he could show us something. Because Vams, he's going up against Javon Kinlaw, and the 49ers are going to make a decision about who's going to get the most snaps between Solomon Thomas and Javon Kinlaw. From what I read.
If we play the Chiefs again in the Super Bowl, their starting guard opted out. Man, Javon Kinlaw's about to go against the Chiefs backup guard. He's going to push him into Mahomes' lap.
They say there's no one guy. Hey, Brian Baldinger, the NFL Network, he says there's no one guy, no offensive lineman in the NFL that can stop him one-on-one. So he's going to draw double teams anyway. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, man, who can't double team everybody.
Oh, God. And you got to worry about Nick coming around the other side. Because Nick is really... Yeah, Vams, if you're a defensive coordinator, what are you going to do to slow Nick Bosa down? I mean, try to think about that for a moment.
Man, you've got to completely, scrap what you're trying to do and, bring another tight end in. You got to get double team with the tight end and the offensive tackle and just, have a running back there, too. Nick literally changes the guy's scheme.
Hey, Vams, you know what I look for to happen this year? I look for Nick to get the J.J. Watt treatment. Nick, wherever you want to position yourself on that line, you just go right ahead. Now, all the plans are gone to dust. The guy's got a tight end over there, his biggest, strongest running back they can find. And, his offensive. And all of a sudden, Nick, on the snap, switches position. Uh-oh.
Man. Ronbo, about Dion Jordan, have you heard of the NASCAR package where there's three defensive defensive ends and one tackle? They're going to have Bosa and Ford on the outside. I think the plan for Dion Jordan is to rush him over a guard because he doesn't have the technique and the bend to rush on the edge.
But he's got the speed.
He's got the power and the speed to rush over a guard. Put Kinlaw, Dion Jordan on the inside, and Ford and Bosa on the outside on third downs. Someone's getting home.
I love that. And if you came up with that just that quickly, Robert Saleh has already got that penciled in the playbook.
Yeah, and the NASCAR package, man.
Speed.
The Giants
NASCAR
won a Super Bowl with the NASCAR package in 2011.
Like that. I forgot all about that. The NASCAR package. Now it's like a speedway out there that you can't, because you put Dee Ford and go ahead and put Dion over there with him. Who else is quick coming? Put Solomon Thomas on that side. Wait, now Solomon Thomas is. DeForest Buckner last year said the fastest guy off the mark is Solomon Thomas. Put him inside of those two.
Yeah, exactly. You just need to put Solomon Thomas in between Bosa and Kinlaw, and he'll be good.
You could actually hear those engines running. You're gonna see explosion as soon as the ball snapped, coming at that quarterback looking, oh my God, take the ball, get away from me.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that idea. You overwhelm them with speed, and the offensive linemen are going to be running all over the place.
Phenomenon. I'm telling you, this contract year phenomenon is going to have Kwasky, Kello, and K1 Williams balling out and getting picks.
Mams, and we're keeping Kwasky T. I think they're going to sign him next year because now that the Jamal Adams myth of coming to San Francisco is over, why not sign Kwasky T? I think he's in. Him and Jimmy got too much chemistry anyway.
Hey, Ronbo, if we can't come to an agreement with George Kittle, what if we just tag and trade him? He can't just walk to the Seahawks. If we tag him and then trade him for something like 2 first-round picks, we can choose the destination.
Vams? No. Yes, that's the other option. But I mean, and they would do that too. If they couldn't come to any agreement, that is exactly what they would do. You're not going to let George Kittle just leave. So I was talking crazy.
We're not going to let
him
walk and get like a third-round comp pick. We're going to tag and trade him for like what Jamal Adams get traded for.
And as good as he is, we're talking about 3 first-round picks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like George Kittle's good, but if someone's offering like 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks off a tag and trade, that'd be sick.
Because you know what? Because if the fact of the matter is, we give you George Kittle, your team is going to be elevated several levels above where they are. But Vams, we don't know how George Kittle, how good he is outside of Kyle Shanahan's offense. That's the only thing, though. So
Exactly. That's
yeah.
the best part is we get to choose the destination when we tag a trade up. He's
Yeah.
not going to Seattle. He's not going to go to New Orleans or
he's
or
going to
Philadelphia.
Buffalo.
He's going to go to like the Jaguars or something.
You give it, Vams. We got good stuff, Vams. Don't be a stranger, man. I'll see you on Friday if you get some time. All right.
For sure, Ronbo. Hey, quick question. Are we ever going to get the podcast back on Apple Music? I mean, like Apple Podcasts?
Oh, you mean the radio program?
Yeah, like this recording. Like you guys used to have it on like Apple Podcasts, but then like they stopped until like 2018 or something.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Well, we're having a lot of problems. There's some other things coming up that are not good too. But yeah, no, we're not going to do that. Apple's become very difficult. So yeah.
Damn.
All right, fam. Hey, I'll see you Friday if you get some chance. All right, fam.
Peace out, man.
Peace out. Night.
Have a good one.
You too. Vam's right too, man, because there's a lot of players in a contract year. We're going to see, when you have that many guys in a contract year, he's right. I hadn't even thought about that. Now you're going to have guys playing out of their mind because they want to get paid. And even if you weren't consciously doing that before, you will be now. Ellis!
Yo.
Ellis.
What's up, fam?
Oh, man, they're looking at so many different things tonight. Well, first of all, looking at Dion Jordan deal and wondering if he's going to be able to help us or not. You look at the fact that you got guys opting out. Well, one guy opting out, Taylor Gabriel, and I'm sorry. I'm dreaming about Taylor Gabriel coming to team, but I know he's not coming. But you got Travis Pitcher said, man, I got to go, y'all. And he left. So our wide receivers, we had a bunch of them at one time. Look how many we got now. We may not have to cut anybody pretty quick. Good God. We had 9 or 10. We've lost 3. We're down to 7.
Perfect.
Actually. But you got to save space for Debo.
I think it's
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first off, how do you feel about the Dion Jordan? I mean, it was between him and Ziggy. Do you like him over Ziggy, or what do you feel like? I heard Ziggy had some serious shoulder, injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah, neck.
It sounded like he was good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, neck. So it was a couple of different injuries. I think. What do you think first and foremost about it? You like him over Ziggy?
Probably I don't know. Most people probably thought Ziggy would be the better guy because Jordan's become a journeyman. I always question why a guy can't stick with anybody. And then some people came in and pointed it out, made a good argument for him. He's been playing with a lot of teams with just wasn't surrounded with that much talent. So you put him in a situation where he will most likely not draw double teams because we got too many other guys that teams better double team. So he's going to be out there one-on-one most of the time using his speed. And I think that's what the 49ers are thinking. If he comes off that edge with any amount of speed, it's going to ruin whatever the offense is trying to do. And in a rotational basis anyway. So I'm okay with him now. Whereas I wasn't when we started the show, actually.
Right. Yeah. And then, if I'm not mistaken, he played in Robert Sala's defense before, did he? Not? In Seattle? Was Dion on Seattle when
no, we've had Robert for 3 years. He was there 2 years ago, I guess. Maybe.
Okay.
He's played for both then, if that's the case, because you could be right. That means he's played for both Kosuric and Sala. So that may have. Yeah.
So I was thinking about that. That was one of the things that came to mind. And, obviously him or Ziggy, either of the two has, would have had that, experience or that rapport. But I think it's a pretty good, pickup. He looks big. He looks strong. He's always in really good shape. I know he had a little substance issue with some. I saw some Adderall or something like that. Which
that was it.
That's not performance enhancing or something like that. So he's not juiced up or anything like that. But he looked like he's been really in good shape. And I remember him on the Raiders too. Him playing for the Raiders. So I think it's a good pickup, especially to have an extra reserve and to have a nice quality guy. We got him for probably a little bit of nothing and. It's going to be a lot of performance-based stuff, and he wants to come play with a winning team. And what better of an organization and a coaching staff to work under? He might have one of his best seasons, since he's been coming and playing for us. Depending on obviously what goes on with the rotation, and if he ends up being a necessity more than not than just a rotational player. If he becomes a guy we got to kind of depend on as like a Dee Ford, as we would on a Dee Ford. If Dee Ford tends to maybe not be as productive, or if he, sustains an injury or reactivates something, but I feel good about it. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's a really good guy to have, and like you said, coming in on the edge. I mean, that's a big, strong guy. I don't know. I don't know if he would need to be put over a guard, because his technique might not be as true, but he's going to learn that. He's going to develop that technique. We're not settling for guys without technique, and he's going to get all of that. I think coaching, and he's going to be able to get some more structure about maybe his approach. If they decide to use him on the edge, he's obviously going to, have to be prepared for it. So our staff is more than, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but by trade, that's what he does. He's an edge rusher. So we're short.
Yeah,
they're showing that up.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you think about the, I hate to say it, but the 20% of snaps that we got out of Dee Ford last year, if you think about it, then that'd be good because we could cycle him and D in and out, and then hopefully we'll get one of our other guys coming back from injury back. Was it Ronnie? We had
Ronnie
on
B.
the edge.
Yes.
Yeah, if we can get Ronnie back, then
I just wonder how he's doing.
It's gonna be. Yeah. Well, he's been working. We saw a few videos a few months ago, so and he hasn't been put on any special lists or anything like that. So I think we're probably doing that as insurance. The Dion Jordan thing is insurance just in case. To kind of comp for what we may potentially not be able to get from Ronnie right off the bat, and then also to help with, of course, with Dee and Nikki on the outside and stuff like that. But we're stacking, and I like the move. I like the move. Almost, I like it better. Well, I don't want to say I like it better than the Jordan Reed thing. I'm still kind of up in the air with the Jordan thing, with the Jordan Reed thing. But if he comes and plays for us, look, I don't care. He's had a really good, reputation for the most part aside of the injuries and things. So if we can get him healthy and playing, it's going to bring another level of confidence, I feel like, for him to be playing for such a team and with these kind of guys, especially with having a savant like George Kittle, to kind of be able to, work with and train and see him in action, to give you an extra a boost of encouragement. And I think, maybe he'll be able to rise to the occasion. But we are deep. We are deep at tight end. I say we keep all four of them like the other night. I'm good with having Charlie, George, our other guy, Ross, and Jordan. I think that's a really good, really good arsenal. That position.
It is. And in fact, when LSU, it's funny. The only room, and they were the most populated room we had, is only the wide receivers room is in question right now. It's pretty funny. You had 10 dudes, and now but the guys who got left though. You look at Jalen Hurd and Brandon Ayuk, and also the return of Trent Taylor. That gives you really some seriously potential right there. And then you still got the steady one, Kendrick Bourne. Will Dante Pettis please join the party? Man, I'm telling you right now, the 49ers can still do tremendous damage with the depth they've got. So we're going to see.
Yeah, I don't think that at this point now, considering what's going on with Travis and now Richie being out, and we got Debo, waiting to get back in for a little bit. We're going to definitely have Dante Pettis to open it, to open the season. He ain't going nowhere just yet. No. And like you said, the trade deadline might be a good time, for him and Solomon T, just depending on the production, whether or lack thereof, and then they can kind of assess that there. But we'll open the season with the both of them for sure. I don't think either of those two are going to be going anywhere because we got to keep that room fulfilled. And then, the kickoff return, no Richie James, that's going to automatically put a little bit or bring more of a necessity in having Dante there to kind of rotate in and out with him and Brandon. I think that we're going to definitely exercise Brandon Ayuk just to see what he can do on the special teams aspect. And, because we got to get him a live action. We don't have preseason to see how these guys actually get down. So we got to wait till week one. You know what I mean? So that's what it's going to come down to, see the production and then kind of go from there. It'll be a week-to-week assessment, since we don't have the preseason.
So much to look forward to. Ellis, I'm going to tell you what, man, I'm going to look for you Friday. Good stuff as usual. All right.
Yes, indeed, family. And DJ Reed, I wasn't too, bothered by it. I know we had a lot of confidence in him. It's so convenient. Do you notice the tit for tat, the tug of war that the Seahawks? I mean, you guys are fucking pathetic. Okay, excuse my French. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. You are so far up our ass, trying to do everything you can to do the back and forth. But anyway, shout out to the United Faithful out there. You Ronbo, as always, family. I appreciate you. And bless you, family, for doing what you do.
Thanks, Ellis.
Man, the energy, man, is always just live and is vibrant, man. So thank you as always, family.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all download that Ronbo Sports app, man. Hit the like, subscribe, and yes, sir. On the
Thank
next
you,
one,
Ellis. Appreciate you, fam. Have a good night. Looking for you Friday. All right.
You too, champion.
Hey, John V, I see you there, man. Thanks, John. Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think we see another one there. Christopher Henkler's in there as well, I think. Hey, Christopher, thanks, fam. This is how long do you think they will play without fans? Ooh. God, that's hard to say. I'm hoping by maybe after mid-season that we start to see a little more congregation in the stands. I wish. I just don't. Man. We got to stop having these numbers every day with that friggin' virus. Because you know what? No matter if you're asymptomatic or it's just kids filling the numbers or something where people aren't really checking the hospitals or everything, this virus is so disgustingly evil because there's always going to be that percentage that can't handle it. Their immune system can't handle it. So they end up in a hospital. That now creates a public problem. And so then you get this thing we got now, where caution. Because if it was just a flu or something cold that we get every year, no big deal. You'll be fine. It's death. It's a death sentence for some people. So now they got to take real precautions. And now you can't congregate people. They're closing down bars and places where people love to have a good time. But if they're going to set up something outside, maybe they still feel that it's not, it works according to CDC, right? So maybe 49er fans will be able, because from when I got that note I got it the other day in the mail, it seems like the 49ers are going to let a certain amount of people in, but you're going to have to be sitting in designated areas where they're pretty sure you're not in danger, right? So we're going to see. Who knows what's going to happen next? Legislation come from administrations. Anyway, hey, get your groove on. Thanks, fam. Is it just me or who else noticed how George, Kendrick, Jet, and Fred changed their bodies? They look bigger, stronger, faster. See, that is what the professional does in off season. Make yourself invincible. And you know what that does? Because mentally, it does the same thing for you. Makes you physically invincible, then mentally now you're really tough. So they can come out there and do the things they're supposed to do. This is why I can't wait to see Kendrick Bourne. There's a man who has morphed into now a very responsible. I hope he doesn't get too serious though. As far as his play on the field, he's gotten real serious off the field. But I want Kendrick to still be Kendrick in the end zone. Oh, I tell you, nothing excites me more than a Kendrick Bourne touchdown. That's what I'm so crazy about him. God, Kendrick, man, you killed me. Touchdown, number 84, Kendrick Bourne. Here he comes. You can almost hear the Michael Jackson music playing in the back of. Don't. You gotta go, fam. Hey, hit that like, fam. Go Kim Booster, and thank you. And Ray Jr., I'd like to let you know, I see that every time you say good show. Thanks, Ray. I've been meaning to tell you thanks every time. Somehow we get it in the show, and I fail to say thank you. Thank you, Ray Jr. Fam, I'll see you Friday. Enjoy. More 49ers. You know it's going to get better. Oh, yeah. A Niner!